For the early-to-rise road trippers, the late-night truck drivers, or even the bucket list checking baseball fans, your Wyndham is waiting, no matter who you are, where you're going, or why. With 24 trusted brands to choose from like La Quinta, Days Inn, and Super 8, there's a hotel by Wyndham for everyone. Wyndham Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel of minor league baseball. Get the lowest price at wyndhamhotels.com. Restrictions apply. Visit website for more details.
You're listening to Reading Fightin' Phils Baseball on the Our Phils Radio Network. Now, out to the ballpark with your broadcasters, Bob McCool and Jake Starr.
FirstEnergy Stadium, the site, and we are live just inside Tompkins Plaza. The gates are open, and the Reading Fightin' Phils and the Binghamton Rumble Ponies will take the field at 5:15 for first pitch and Game 6 of this series. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Welcome to our pregame show for a series that has not gone very well so far for the home team. They have lost 4 of 5, including the last 3 in a row. And the Phils and the Rumble Ponies come in now with identical records of 11 and 14 as this final game of the series gets underway on a Sunday afternoon. Jake, when you looked at this series coming in, the Phils are at a 500 mark. They were in a position that with a team in Binghamton, they could make some ground and keep pace with the rest of the Eastern League in the second half. But unfortunately for Reading, it just hasn't happened, and Binghamton has taken control of the series.
Yeah, Binghamton clinches the series victory after win last night. Reading will look to salvage a series victory, salvage a game in the series tonight. They trail 4-1 entering today's game. But for Reading, I think it's just a case of, it's the offense, really. I mean, pitching, defense, that's been solid. Really, all 5 games of this series. Last night, another case of that. David Parkinson went 6 2/3 of really strong baseball. Took a no-hitter pretty deep into a start as well. Bullpen, they look good throughout the rest of the game. Adam Lever gave up a couple of runs in the 10th, but obviously it's always hard to kind of pin that on the pitcher because you're entering a runner on second with nobody out situation right as you enter the game. So, no, the pitching's been a lot better lately. I think there's no doubt about that. That was a big topic throughout the entire first half was the pitching and kind of what to see from them. They have certainly turned things around, and now it just comes down to the offense. And I think it's an offense that they're trying to refine their identity because the first half of the season they had an identity. And I think you lose a guy like Johan Rojas, and you're really kind of found searching for, okay, what are you going to do next? What's your identity going to be moving forward? And I think that's where they're at right now. We've seen a lot of different lineup combinations. We've seen them try to play some different brands of baseball. We've seen them try to do some small ball, hit for power some nights, but I think they're still, soul-searching in a way for what their offensive identity is going to be. And look, you got a good amount of baseball left to play. You hope here in the next week or so you can find that because the way your pitching is pitching right now, if you can have your offense and your pitching on at the same time, and we said it all year, but this can be a pretty good team.
Yeah, it's the ultimate irony is that throughout the first half of this season, we talked about how good the bats have been. If the pitching comes around, this team is going to be locked and loaded for a push through July, August, and September. Well, the pitching has indeed come around. The starting pitching has been really good, and they've found pieces in the bullpen now. And as a result of all that, the pitching has been solid. The batting is still, in terms of numbers, they still lead the Eastern League in hitting. They have throughout the year. However, it has been stifled, especially in this series. Binghamton's pitching has been that much better than Reading's pitching. And in the end, at this stage, 5 games into the series, the Reading offense has generated only 11 runs. They've had men on base, but they have not gotten the hits that they needed. They haven't put up crooked numbers at any point in time for the most part in this series, and they just have not been able to take advantage of anything. And as a result of that, they're in a hole. I think your point about Rojas is a good one. You take a player of that caliber out of the lineup. Johan Rojas, obviously a major league caliber player, but he was also leading this team in so many different categories. Plus, he gave them a little bit of a mojo as well. They still have Carlos De La Cruz, and he's still putting up numbers, but he needs some help around him, and they just haven't been able to get that production out of the middle of the lineup. They've had, again, last night, the 8th inning, a perfect example, I thought. They get first and second, nobody out in a 1-1 baseball game. bottom of the 8th inning, score some runs there, and then you get the bullpen to hold it in the 9th. Get the first 2 guys on, and ultimately you get the 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up, and they got nothing out of it, and ultimately they lose it in 10 innings.
Yeah, and that's really been the case. 1 for 9 runners in scoring position last night. They left 8 on base, which 8 on base isn't a bad number, but I think it's the 1 for 9, the number that you're going to be looking at. They've really struggled this week with runners in scoring position. So like I said, it's just about getting that big hit at the right time. And it's something they haven't been able to do a lot this week, but the hope becomes maybe tonight, who's going to step up, who's going to be the guy that gets you that big hit in a big spot.
Phil's wrapping up this series again today with the Rumble Ponies. They'll go on the road for the next 2 weeks. They will go to Hartford for 6, and then they'll go to New Hampshire for 6. They'll be back home next on Tuesday, August the 15th. It doesn't get a whole lot easier. Somerset, the first half champion, comes to town on August the 15th, and the Phils will have a 6-game series against the Patriots on August the 15th. Great crowd filing its way here to FirstEnergy Stadium. Is an Aaron Nola bobblehead for kids on the ticket for today as well, so we expect there to be a great crowd. And the weather finally has broken a little bit. A lot of the heat and humidity has gone away. It's a lot more comfortable watching baseball here this afternoon. And also a different name for some on the mound today for the Reading Fightin' Phils. Zach Hockey, who has been signed by the Phils, but claimed off waivers from the Kansas City Royals in the offseason and had not pitched up until June. They have worked him back in as a starter after pitching mostly in the bullpen in the Royals organization, and he's been really, really good for the Phils so far.
Yeah, and he came into the Phillies organization with a good amount of starter experience as well, so it's not an unfamiliar spot with him, but they're definitely still working him back up, and he's had a lot of success everywhere he's went. Stops in Clearwater, Jersey Shore, and then here in Reading, and made 1 appearance out of the bullpen against Somerset prior to the break, but last 2 starts, a Sunday against Portland 2 weeks ago, last Sunday a week ago against Altoona, back-to-back 5-inning shutout starts. Pitch count still being monitored a bit, same with the up-downs for a guy in Zach Hockey, but he's a guy who works for a lot of pace, hits his spots. He throws hard, so I don't want to say he's not going to overpower hitters, but he throws hard and hits good spots, so guys will swing at it, and he induces a lot of weak contact. So that's why he's been able to kind of keep his pitch count down, beneath 75 over 5 innings both starts.
And then we take a look at what we're talking about with the bullpen. And congratulations to guys who had a great outing last night in Lehigh Valley. Tyler McKay, Taylor Lehman, Brett Schultz. All those names should sound familiar to Reading Fightin' Phils fans because they were all here in Reading at some point in time over the course of the season. They are now pitching in Lehigh Valley, and so it now becomes new guys who have the opportunity here in Reading, and we got a chance to see all 3 of those new guys last night in order, in Tommy McCollum, McKinley Moore, and Orion Kirkering, and all of them did a really good job to get the Phils 2 extra innings in what was a 1-1 ball game. But there are some powerful arms with those 3, McCollum, Moore, and Kirkering, all have some heavy-duty stuff for guys to come in and pitch 7, 8, 9 innings.
Yeah, and I remember earlier in the year we looked at that Jersey Shore bullpen and we said there's a lot of guys there that if they got to Reading, they could really, really be fun to watch. And that's what it's been so far this year. McCollum, very small sample size, but he's been really fun to watch. Orion Kirkering, we know he's got great stuff. He's somebody who was skyrocketed throughout the Phillies system this year. We saw McKinley Moore for the first time last night. He's a guy who has some big league experience too. Big guy, a lot of talent from Moore as well. And even Dominic Pipkin, he's had a kind of an up and down start to his Reading tenure, but he has also flashed fastballs 97, 98 early on in his time with the Fightin' Phils. So it's a bullpen that I know we talked about was one of the weaker points of this team early on in the year, but I think these last couple of weeks and really the rest of the way, they have turned themselves, and I think they'll continue to be a strength for this team the rest of the way, and the starting staff has done their job. They've gotten through 5, 6 innings, strong quality ball, and turned over to the bullpen, who's kept it, pretty low scoring.
Yeah, and I think that's a great point to leave on, and that is the quality start last night of David Parkinson. He's the guy who you watch him pitch, and you are reminded of the fact that you don't need to throw 98 miles an hour to get professional hitters out. David Parkinson is a soft-toss lefty. He's a crafty lefty. What he is, he's a smart pitcher, and he has learned how to get baseball hitters out. He had a rough go over it over the course of the last 2 seasons. He's kind of reinvented himself maybe a little bit mentally in 2023. He was brilliant last night. took a no-hitter going through 5 innings, gave up the first hit, eventually ran into some trouble in the 7th, but a really good start, gave up 1 run in 6 2/3 innings. You'll take that any night.
And that's been the thing with this starting staff, and I talked last week to a bunch of guys about it. They've done a really good job of stacking good starts on top of each other. It's something that Tyler Phillips actually talked about before he got promoted to AAA Lehigh Valley, and that was it's a staff that they watch one guy do well, and the next guy wants to do a little bit better, and the next guy wants to do a little bit better. So, Zach Hockey can pitch like he's been pitching, and maybe do a little bit better than David Parkinson last night. Not in a bad way, just in terms of keep building off of it kind of way. I think you'll be happy with what you see today.
We're going to find out. It is Zach Hockey going up against Jose Chacin for the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. We'll take a timeout. We come back on the Reading Fightin Phillies Radio Network. We'll have starting lineups and first pitch right after this. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to FirstEnergy Stadium. The 49ers Chorus performing our national anthem, and it's time for baseball in Baseball Town. The Binghamton Rumble Ponies, 11-14, taking on the Reading Fightin Phillies, also at 11-14. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. We are moments away from first pitch. By the way, Jimmy Garoppolo was absent from the 49ers Chorus. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
As was all their quarterbacks.
We are ready to play baseball here, and it's time for our Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for the Rumble Ponies. Wyatt Young has been in the leadoff spot throughout this series, and he is again in the series finale, as is Rowdy Jordan back in the 2-hole. JT Schwartz bats third. Jose Peroza in the cleanup spot. Brandon McElwain bats fifth. Augustin Ruiz will bat sixth. Joe Swazi is the designated hitter for the Ponies tonight. He will bat in the 7th spot. Matt O'Neill bats 8th. And Jalen Palmer bats 9th. And on the mound, facing the lineup for the Fightins, right-hander Zach Hockey.
Hockey, it's his 4th appearance with the Fightin Phillies, 3rd start overall, and boy, have his first starts been excellent. Back-to-back 5-inning shutout starts for him. Portland 2 Sundays ago, Altoona last Sunday, has given up just 5 hits across those 2 starts. No walks, has hit a couple of batters, 5 strikeouts in the first start, 3 in his second. Threw 62 2 weeks ago, 69 last week, so probably 75 to 80 is a fair number to look for Hockey tonight. And, see if maybe he pitches well. Maybe you can push him a little bit deeper than 5 as he's gone so far.
26 years old, big dude. He's 6'7", 220 pounds. Was with the Kansas City Royals, drafted by the Royals back in 2018 in the 6th round. And Phil signed him this past March. And we are underway. Our game time temperature presented to you as always by EPAW on a beautiful Sunday afternoon here at FirstEnergy Stadium. 81 degrees, much more comfortable than it's been over the course of the last couple of days. Wind at about 5 to 10 miles an hour, and right now blowing out to right field as we get underway. And Zach Hockey's first pitch to Wyatt Young is over for a called strike. Interesting that Hockey does pitch from the stretch and comes with the 0-1 pitch that misses a bit low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Wyatt Young, who's just 1 for 16 in this series, but he has scored 4 runs from that leadoff spot. 1-1 pitch from Hockey. Popped up third base side, Cam Cannon right on the chuck line and on the grass will catch it for out number 1 here in the first.
Cam Cannon making his first start of the season at third base. Left side of the field has a couple of guys playing in their first respective starts of their positions. Cody Roberts, who was a late addition into this afternoon's lineup. He is in left field for the first time this year. Roberts has made 5 starts in right in 2023.
That'll bring the switch hitter Rowdy Jordan to the plate. He ropes the first pitch he sees deep into right field. Ethan Wilson will give it a chase, but there is no point. That one is on the pool deck. First pitch swinging, Rowdy Jordan drives one into the seats, and the Ponies jump out on top 1-0.
First run that hockey's given up this year. It was a fastball down in the zone, and it wasn't crushed. It was actually hit pretty high up, launch angle 36 degrees, but went 333 feet, 92 off the bat. It's one of those out of your hockey. It's probably a routine fly ball in a lot of ballparks, so it was hit well, but you don't hold too much against yourself for that one.
So that will bring up JT Schwartz. Schwartz 2 for 8 in this series. Jordan, by the way, with that home run, his 11th of the season and his 2nd in this series. And the first pitch to JT Schwartz, off-speed pitch that he's way out in front of. Schwartz at 241 on the season, been fighting through some hamstring issues over the course of the season and limiting his playing time. And this one is driven into center field. Madison Stokes going back. He'll look up, and that one's off the wall. And JT Schwartz with a drive to dead center field that it will result in a stand-up double.
Binghamton aggressive early against hockey. It goes off speed at 88. That one once again down in the zone against Schwartz, but puts a really good swing on it. Hits it right off the facing of the event center, and after that quick first out, home run double, Zach Hockey finds himself in a little bit of early trouble.
Well, we've almost told you the entire defensive alignment for the Phillies, but let's tell it to you for sure. As Jake said, Cody Roberts is in left, Madison Stokes in center. Ethan Wilson is in right. Jalen Ortiz at first, Oliver Dunn is at second, Pedro Martinez at short. Again, Cam Cannon is at third, and Max McDowell behind the plate. As Jose Peroza now bats. Peroza with 4 hits in this series so far, 4 for 17 as he stands in from the right side. And Hockey delivers the first pitch, a fastball at 96 on the radar gun for strike 1. JT Schwartz, good sized lead off of second. Hockey doesn't really look that way. This one is driven down the third base line, and that's going to be down the line and up off the wall. JT Schwartz will come home as Peroza with back-to-back doubles makes it a 2-0 Binghamton lead.
Yeah, I think Binghamton, the approach they're taking is, we know Hockey's going to throw strikes, so we're just going to be aggressive. That's another off-speed pitch at 87 from Hockey that was about knee-high. It's not a bad spot, but Peroza just does an excellent job dropping the barrel of the bat right on the ball and gets it down the line.
48th RBI of the season for Jose Peroza. His 22nd double. He's among the Eastern League leaders in the double category. And he has the Ponies on top 2-0 with Brandon McElwain now at the plate for Binghamton. And the first pitch to him is a slider that's over for a called strike 1. Hockey fastball at around 93 to 95. Slider that he just threw, that's consistently in the 83 to 85 range. Also is a pretty good changeup. 0-1 now to McElwain. Just 1 for 11 in this series. And he takes a healthy cut at the 0-1 pitch and comes up empty. Fastball at 96 that results in an 0-2 count now to Brandon McElwain. Rosa takes his lead off of second. Two runs in, 1 out here in the top of the first. 0-2 pitch. Right back through the box and into center field for a base hit. They're going to send Peroza around. Madison Stokes up with it. His throw home is cut off, and it's now a 3-0 Binghamton lead.
Binghamton is aggressive early. Same pitch, that 88 off speed that this time McElwain lines up the middle for a base hit. They're hitting these balls hard early. That'll prompt a mound visit from Brad Bergeson, and seeming to settle Hockey down because it's uncharacteristic start from what we've seen from him early on.
4 straight hits surrendered now by Hockey. And far from out of any more trouble. 3 runs already across. And this is not a Binghamton team that has lit up the scoreboard. It's just their pitching has been that good. That's why they've won 4 out of 5 in this series. But they've won consistently low-scoring games. So the conversation on the mound is over, but the inning is not, as Augustin Ruiz now will bat. Ruiz, a left-handed stick. He's 3 for 16 in this series with a home run. Stands in the batter's box. McElwain at first base. First pitch from Hockey, up high for a ball.
I mean, the approach, you have to keep a consistent approach in Hockey. A short time and having him here, he's a very, steady guy, so you have to think the approach is going to stay the same. He's not going to get rattled by this start.
1-0 pitch, lifted into shallow left field. Long run for Cody Roberts. Pedro Martinez, the shortstop, instead will take charge, and he'll make the catch in shallow left for a big second out.
Yeah, it's good communication between Martinez and Roberts. Roberts, who peeled off at the last second and allowed Martinez to make a catch. Impressive catch by him. Like we said, it's really 3 guys who aren't very familiar with playing. I mean, Cannon, Martinez, middle infielders, but both sharing a left side, Roberts in left field. So there's a decent amount of unfamiliarity out there. So it's nice to see that trio has handled 2 tough plays pretty seamlessly so far.
So that'll bring up Joe Swazi, the designated hitter for the Rumble Ponies. Takes one way outside for a ball. McElwain, the runner, remains at first now with 2 down here in inning number 1. It's Hockey trying to limit the damage to what it's been so far, which is 3. Swazi swings and fouls one out of play. Now the count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Joe Swazi. Swazi 1 for 14 in this series, but he has been on base quite a lot thanks to 5 walks in this now 6-game series. 1 ball and 1 strike to him now as he stands in from the right side. And again, fouls one off, up and in on him. Way up and in on him, as a matter of fact. And Swazi able to get a piece of it and foul back to the backstop.
Hockey looking to put in a good pitch here to get his ender, finish up the inning.
McElwain, good lead at first. Takes off on the pitch. Up high, McDowell will throw it down, and not in time. They will say that McElwain got under the tag of Oliver Dunn for the stolen base.
Very casual call by our umpire out there, Ethan Gorsak, who's at third.
Nope.
Wait, what?
I don't know what happened.
Now they're running off the field.
Unless the only thing I can figure is there was catcher's interference on the throw down.
Or I guess batter's interference.
Or batter's interference, excuse me, correct. Batter's interference, we'll figure that out when we come back. But the inning is over, but the Ponies put 3 runs across. They did it on 4 hits. The Phils will come to the plate with the first time we get back to FirstEnergy Stadium, trailing 3-0.
Gear up for Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at FirstEnergy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear, plus throwback, black, R-Train, R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
Our Golden Oaks landscaping starting lineup for the Fightin' Phils. Madison Stokes back in the leadoff spot in this afternoon's game. Carlos Dunn bats second. First pitch to Stokes. He drives one into left center field. Jalen Palmer going back. He will look up and he will make the catch on the warning track in front of the fence. A long, loud out for Madison Stokes, but it is out number one for the Phils on the first pitch of the ball game. As we'll take a look at the rest of the lineup. Behind De La Cruz is Oliver Dunn. Batting cleanup is Cam Cannon. Ethan Wilson will bat fifth. Jalen Ortiz will bat sixth. Cody Roberts batting seventh. Max McDowell bats eighth. Pedro Martinez bats ninth, and they will face right-handed pitcher Jose Chacin for the Rumble Ponies. Carlos De La Cruz stands in, hitting at 290. And the first pitch from Chacin is over for a called strike one.
Yeah, second start of the week for Chacin, but Tuesday's was cut short due to the rain delay and then the second rain delay. But he was out after the first rain delay, so went just an inning on Tuesday.
This one up and in to De La Cruz. It's 1-1.
2-5, a 4.90 ERA so far this year. 60 2/3, 54 hits, 17 batters walked, and 53 strikeouts.
1-1 pitch to De La Cruz. Hit hard to third, but right at Jose Peroza on a hop. And plenty of time across the diamond for out number two. So a couple of hard hit balls, but nothing to show for it for the Fightins through the first two hitters.
So I was going to say, pretty bad luck early on in this frame. Dunn, who's up now, but De La Cruz hit a hard ground ball to third. Stokes crushed one, but it looks like the wind, which is blowing slightly in to left, from left to right, brought that one back. So, you know, two good swings, but not much to show for it.
So Oliver Dunn now bats. Dunn 4 for 13 in this series, and the first pitch to him is a bit low for a ball.
Chacin, who's a 26-year-old, began his career, signed with the Dodgers in 2015. Was in the Dodgers org till 21 when he then got released, and then soon signed with the Mets.
Dunn slices one foul and slicing towards the grandstand and into the seats on a gorgeous sun-splashed afternoon in Berks County. And a good crowd on hand watching the Reading Fight Phillies playing as the Reading Hot Dogs on another Berks backing Sunday family fun day. Fans in attendance, kids in attendance, got an Aaron bobblehead doll on their way to the gates. 1-1 pitch to Oliver Dunn is way outside. It's 2-1. Chacin, 26 years old, native of Venezuela, 6'4", 190-pounder. Comes with his 2-1 pitch to the left-hand hitting Oliver Dunn. At two, it's on the outside corner and at the Leonards. Dunn didn't think so. The count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's an interesting definition of outside corner, looking at where that one was.
By the way, at the end of that last inning, what we found out after the inning was over with is the umpire called it strike 3, and that's what brought the first inning to an end. So Joe Swazi strikes out to end the inning. And that is what finished the Rumble Ponies off in inning number 1. And now time called at the plate by Oliver Dunn, who has worked the count full at 3-2.
Yeah, we all assumed it was a ball because the pitch looked up, but I guess Austin Snow, very Sunday strike zone from him today.
So here comes the 3-2 pitch to Dunn. That's over for a call, strike 3, and that will do it for the Fightins in the first. They go 1-2-3, and after one in baseball town, it's Binghamton 3, Reading nothing.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Berks Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Berks Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit berkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Berks Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania, located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown and Sinking Spring. Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. 3-0 Ponies as Binghamton bats here in the second. Zach Hockey back out for inning number 2 and facing Matt O'Neill. And the first pitch to the catcher is up and in, ball 1. O'Neill, the University of Penn product. New Jersey native. 1-0 pitch. Misses a bit low, I believe, and the count now 1 ball and 1 strike to O'Neill, who is 1 for 6 in this series. 2 balls and no strikes. And that catches the outside corner for a called strike on the fastball from Zach Hockey.
Last fastball 94. Hockey also talked about before getting to Reading, worked on a bit of a cutter too from between his time being released by the Royals and signed by the Phillies.
This one again catches the outside corner, pretty much the same pitch from Hockey and the same result. Now O'Neill will call time. He made one appearance for the Phils in the rookie league in Florida, and then a couple appearances in Clearwater and 1 in Jersey Shore before his call up to Reading. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is strikeout number 2, and in essence, back-to-back strikeouts now for Zach Hockey.
Yeah, and here's the thing, too. Only threw 17 pitches in the first inning. Binghamton very aggressive early in counts, a big reason for that. So you're still looking for length out of him today. As long as he's able to kind of give you some shutdown innings here moving forward, you can still stretch him out, probably a bit longer than you thought initially.
Jalen Palmer now bats. Palmer, the New York native, takes 1 for a ball. Just 2 for 14 in this series. Palmer's played a number of different positions for Binghamton in this series. And he takes this one inside. Played all 3 outfield positions. Also played at first base in one of the games in this series. Came up and originally drafted by the Mets as a shortstop. 2-0 pitch to him. Beats this one foul down the third base line. Reed Brignac, manager for the Ponies, coaching in the third base box. Mariano Duncan coaching in the first base box for Binghamton.
Reed Brignac, of course. Well, both these guys, Phillies ties.
Correct. That's absolutely correct.
Brignac played 37 games for the Phils in 2014.
Pitch this time to Palmer's a bit outside. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike to Jalen Palmer.
Duncan, of course, big part of that very famous, very popular 1993 Phillies team.
3-1 pitch to Palmer. Over at the letters for called strike 2. He's got the count full now.
I think in terms of teams that have never won a championship in our city, I think that 93 team might be the most popular one ever.
For sure. Of the non-championship teams, absolutely. The 93 team is held in high regard. There's a swing and a miss and a breaking ball. And Hockey continues his string of strikeouts now as he gets his 3rd of the afternoon and 2 outs here in the second.
I think the Phillies last year and the Eagles last year, I think both kind of could fit that bill too. The Eagles team is so dominant, and that Phillies team, I think it's different than 93 in essence, because the 93 Phillies team was like exciting all year, where last year's Phillies team really didn't turn it up until October.
There's Wyatt Young, swings at the first pitch. He drives one into right field. Nice job by Ethan Wilson to get over and cut it off, and he'll hold Wyatt Young to a single. He's at first base now with 2 outs here in this second inning.
Yeah, 2 quick strikeouts for Hockey to start the inning, and then like the top of this Binghamton lineup did their first time around, very aggressive. So see if Hockey changes the approach up here. Went mainly fastball cutter first time through, so we'll see if he tries to maybe slow things down a little bit second time through the order.
Rowdy Jordan turned on the first pitch he saw his first time up, drove it into the right field pool pavilion to give Binghamton at the time a 1-0 lead. Ponies lead at 3-0 right now. The runner at first base and 2 down. And Rowdy Jordan, the switch hitter, at the plate. First pitch to him is outside for a ball. Young, good lead at first. And Hockey tries to catch the outside corner. Max McDowell kind of holds on to it for a second, but home plate umpire Austin Snow says, nope, just a bit outside. It's 2-0. Same pitch, same result. It's 3-0. Young does have good speed at first base. 15 stolen bases in 17 attempts. So Hockey now has the count at 3-0 to Jordan. Jordan swings 3-0 and lifts this one foul and out of play.
No hesitation either. 3-0 green light, which I would say it's surprising. You got a guy on first who reached on the first pitch before, so maybe try and work some pitches on him. But like we said, top of this Binghamton lineup, they are swinging early and often.
So Hockey now has the count at 3 balls and a strike. Young takes off. Pitch there, throw down to second base is in time, and this time Wyatt Young does get called out on the stolen base. Mac McDowell will get the credit for this throw, and the tag applied by the shortstop Pedro Martinez will retire the side for the Binghamton Ponies in the second. No runs, 1 hit, none left. Bottom of the second. When we come back, it's Binghamton 3, Reading nothing.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
The Reading Fightin Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone.
On a hot dog kind of day, the crazy hot dog vendor doing his thing in between innings, and the Phils now trying to do their thing with the bat in their hand as they come to plate here in the bottom half of the second inning, presented to you by Cornwall Manor, a unique and charming community nestled on 190-acre wooded campus, many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. Cam Cannon in the leadoff spot here in the second, and a cleanup spot in Al Patrique's lineup here this afternoon, and a 1-0 pitch to him is rolled towards shortstop. Wyatt Young up with it and easily in time, and the Phils have 1 down here in inning number 2.
Fightin's hit into a couple of hard outs in that first inning. Ethan Wilson, who had a slow start to the week, had another hit and an RBI last night after a 2-hit night on Friday, so he's definitely starting to see the ball a bit better. So see if the middle of this Phil's lineup can produce something here and cut into this 3-run deficit.
Wilson, the left-handed hitter, swings at the first pitch, and he'll roll it to second base. Not a problem for Rowdy Jordan. Ethan Wilson hustling all the way, but still is retired. Couple of quick pitches, and 3 pitches in the inning, and already 2 outs recorded by Jose Chacin. The defense behind him, Jalen Palmer is in left, Brandon Acklewade is in center. Augustin Ruiz is in right, JT Schwartz at first. The guy that just made that play, Rowdy Jordan, is at second. The guy that made the previous play, Wyatt Young, is at short. Jose Peroza is at third, and Matt O'Neill behind the plate. And Jalen Ortiz now will bat.
And we're going to get a pitch against Ortiz.
Yep. Pitch clock violation, or a timing violation of Jalen Ortiz, not getting it set in the batter's box fast enough. So he's already 0-1 in the count. And swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play.
I was going to say, I think Ortiz is going to be taken all the way, but then kind of forced into a swing situation. 29th timer violation against Reading this year. Third one that's actually come against Jalen Ortiz. It's called for 2 back on June the 20th.
So it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes. He takes this one outside for a ball. It's 1-2. Al Padrique back in his third base coaching box tonight. And first base coaching box occupied by Ray Ricker, who was in that third base box last night. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ortiz, who's looking for his first hit in this series. And that one's up high, and it's 2-2. Jalen 0 for 14 in the series, now hitting at 171 for his time in Reading in 2023. Chassin comes with his 2-2 pitch. Driven into left field. Back goes Palmer. He can look up and he can say goodbye. Jalen Ortiz puts one on the Seidel Group deck, and the Fightin' Phils get one back. It's 3-1.
Knew it was coming soon. I felt good going into last night's game that Ortiz was going to get one, and came close, but just missed one to center in the 8th inning last night. But him and Tyler Henson working really hard the last couple of days on staying more inside the baseball, trying to not open up that front shoulder. He's been working in the cage, working on the field, on just trying to really keep himself in, hands in the baseball, and drive it. And that was one of the best swings he's had. Effortless, dropped the bat on the ball, and hits it out.
Third home run of the season. That will bring Cody Roberts to the plate. Roberts takes one up and in with a fastball at 97 miles an hour. 1 ball, no strikes to Cody Roberts, who's 2 for 5 in this series. And that one's a slider and a good one following that up and in fastball. Chassin comes back with a breaking ball. Kind of locked up Cody Roberts for a moment. Now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Roberts drives this one to center field. McElwain goes back. Still going back with the air blowing behind it, but eventually he'll make the catch in center field, and that will do it for the Phils here in inning number 2. But they do get 1 run. They do it on the big hit by Jalen Ortiz. 2 complete baseball town. Binghamton 3, Reading 1.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, J.P. Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's J.P. Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Top half of the 3rd inning, Rowdy Jordan back at the plate. He was at the plate when the 2nd inning came to an end on the caught stealing. Max McDowell throwing out Wyatt Young trying to steal a base. And so Rowdy Jordan resets and restarts here to start the 3rd inning with a no balls and no strike count facing Zach Hockey. And the first pitch from Hockey is outside for a ball. Time for us to take a look at today's RPhil's team leaders, brought to you by Cross Country Mortgage Loan Officer Johanna Arias. And we take a look at the pitching staff this time in our team leaders as Hockey comes with a pitch that's again outside. It's 2-0. And David Parkinson, who did not get the decision last night but pitched outstanding baseball for the Fight and still leads Reading now in 3 different categories, including wins with 5. innings pitched with 82 and strikeouts with 85, taking over for the lead from Mick Abel in that strikeout category with his performance last night. That's today's cross-country mortgage loan officer, Johanna Arias, our Phil's team leader. You can contact Johanna at 484-554-9969 or via email at johanna.arias@myccmortgage.com. Zach Hockey falls behind Rowdy Jordan 3-0 for the second straight time in what is still the same at bat, theoretically. But Ned gets back and gets strike one. And Jordan fouls off the second, so now it's 3-2. Again, Jordan was batting in the end of that second inning, and Hockey fell behind him 3-0. Jordan swung at the 3-0 pitch and fouled it away. And on the next pitch, Wyatt Young took off, got thrown out stealing. So now the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jordan. And he misses ball 4. First walk that Zach Hockey has surrendered. And Jordan is a leadoff base runner here in the third. And he will also have to be watched. He's stolen 22 bases on the season as JT Schwartz stands in. Schwartz doubled and scored back in that first inning. A 3-run inning with 4 hits for Binghamton in the first. Dale Ortiz's solo home run in the second. Update you on the scoring, 3-1 Binghamton on top. First pitch to Schwartz, over for a called strike at the letters with a fastball.
This is the part of the lineup that really did the damage in the first inning. Jordan, Schwartz, Perot, and McElwain. 4 straight hits, 3 of them for extra bases. So this is where obviously you want to hit your spots and hopefully here produce a ground ball.
Good size lead for Jordan off of first. 0-1 pitch, misses just away. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Phils will be on the road beginning on Tuesday for a 6-game stand in Hartford. They will stay on the road and make the trip then to New Hampshire, play the Fisher Cats for 6. 1-1 pitch to Schwartz is over for a called strike 2. And then the Phils will be back home here on Tuesday, August the 15th. We get a 6-game homestand against the Somerset Patriots. First trip in 2023 for the Yankees AA affiliate. The series will begin again on Tuesday, August the 15th.
Yeah, we've gone out to Somerset twice already, and they'll make the return trip back here to Reading, we said, in a couple of weeks.
1 ball and 2 strikes now to left-hand hitting JT Schwartz. Hockey, long look back at first. Jordan stays put. Pitch is fouled out of play. In that series, by the way, against Somerset on Wednesday, August the 16th, adults receive an Andrew Painter Top Prospect bobblehead. Saturday, August the 19th, adults receive the 25th annual our Phil's Harley game night cap. And of course, this is a surprise, I know, but there will be fireworks throughout the series. Gate tickets remain for all our Phil's games. Jordan starts and stops. Schwartz swings at it, lifts it into left center field. Cody Roberts will give way to the center fielder Madison Stokes, who makes the catch for out number 1.
Good communication between Stokes and Roberts. And also, if you want to come watch the our Phils play as the road team for an inning or 2 or more, then come out to the first game on Tuesday, August 15th. That game will actually, at 6 o'clock, it'll be the bottom of the 9th inning of a game that was suspended at Somerset back on Sunday, July 9th. So it's a tie game. The bottom of the 9th inning. It's funny because Hockey was actually the pitcher who entered that game, so I doubt he'll still be the pitcher when that game starts, but there's some irony there. But yeah, our Phils will be the road team for the first game before about 30 minutes following the conclusion of the completion of the suspension game, playing as the home team to open up the series.
Jose Peroza now bats for Binghamton, and the first pitch from Hockey is over for a called strike. Jordan still stays put at first. This pitch is outside. It's 1-1. Yeah, it was a 4-4 tie in that game. So when that game resumes, Somerset will be batting in the bottom of the 9th. So it could be a 5-minute game. It could be who knows how long, depending how it goes into the extra innings. We'll see how it all unfolds on Tuesday the 15th, and the regular game will start following that completion of the suspended game. Here's a big swing, no contact from Peroza. And now Hockey is ahead of Jose Peroza, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Peroza with the RBI double his first time up.
Think about that game. The Arphils trailed in the 8th. They scored that whole series they played from behind, but that was a game that would have been over if the Arphils didn't come back. So they can win that game. That's one that they pretty much stole away.
Swing and a miss as Peroza chases one outside the strike zone. strikeout number 4 for Hockey, and the second out here in the third.
All things considered, since that string of 4 straight hits, Hockey's looked solid. Since then, he's allowed just 1 hit and a walk, and the 1 hit was wiped off the bag and a caught stealing. So he's definitely seemingly settled down. He's hitting spots with his fastball, and he's getting results.
Brandon McElwain, the batter now, is the guy who had the 4th in that string of singles, an RBI single his first time up. Jordan takes off for first, outside pitch. McDowell throws it into center field. Jordan gets up, and he's going to take off. Stokes picks it up, and Rowdy Jordan will slide into third base. So it'll be a stolen base for Jordan, and then an error on the throw from the catcher, Max McDowell, will allow him to go to third base.
McDowell, who has played such good defense this year, just his 4th error of the 2023 season, had a .994 fielding percentage. So he's been stellar behind home plate. So uncharacteristic play there, but of course you got 2 outs in the inning. If you can get McElwain out, it's no harm, no foul.
Anytime the pitch to McElwain was a ball, so 1-0 count. He'll drive this one into center field, but Madison Stokes is there and he'll make the catch. And Hockey does indeed work himself out of any further trouble in the third. For Binghamton, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left to the bottom of the third. When we get back to baseball town, it remains Binghamton 3, Reading 1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with a unique vantage point.
Swartz Culleton proudly sponsors the Reading Phillies. If you've been injured at work, you can call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Bottom half of the third. Phil's trying to come from behind. They trail 3-1 in this ballgame. Max McDowell will lead it off for the Fightins, to be followed by Pedro Martinez in the top of the order in Madison Stokes. Facing right-hander Jose Chacin. The first pitch to McDowell over for a called strike. Max just 1 for 11 so far in this series. Batting average has dipped down below the 200 mark at 190 on the season. A 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Dow has really been out of sync in a number of occasions against the breaking balls in this series, and Binghamton's going to give him a healthy diet of it until he makes the adjustment. No balls and 2 strikes to him now. This one he rolls towards third, but foul. Perosa does field it, but in foul territory, so McDowell will have to come back and stays in a no ball and 2 strike count.
Yeah, it's been a very heavy dose of off-speed down to Max McDowell these last few games, and for him it's just a matter of sitting back, waiting for your pitch, and a lot of times it's picking up spin and just seeing when's that ball starts to knees. I see that off-speed spin to sit back, but look, it's a lot easier said than done, and Max the kind of guy who is going to break out of this, and when he does, it's going to be what it feels like in a big way, kind of like we just saw from Jalen Ortiz.
So back in the box is McDowell. And this one he beats foul, so kind of the same thing. A very defensive swing at the breaking ball, but he at least gets a piece of it.
He fought it off, and that's what you have to do, especially, it was down, it was out of the zone, but it's still borderline. And it's one when you're 0-2, you're probably going to swing out more often than not and at least try to fight back.
Right back comes Chacin. Fastball, and McDowell drives it into right field. Back goes Augustin Ruiz, and right in front of the warning track, he'll make the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, it was a fastball up in the zone that he smacked hard the other way, but it's a good swing. He went the other direction with one, and that's got to feel good. And those are the little things you're looking for when you're trying to break back out. You know, getting a pitcher you want to hit. Look, it was an 0-2 fastball up in the zone, and he hit it hard.
So that'll bring up Pedro Martinez, a 9-hole hitter for the Fightins, batting left-handed as a switch hitter against right-handed pitching of Chassin. And Martinez fouls this one off his foot. It rolled all the way out to J.T. Schwartz at first base, and Pedro Martinez is hobbling.
Yeah, Steve Torregross on the top step of the dugout, and now he'll walk out towards Ortiz. Al Patrique in his third base manager's box. We'll see if he takes a jog in. Doesn't look like it right now. You know Pedro wants to stay in this game. It's going to be a matter of how much weight can he put on the foot. It looks like taking a look at that right foot and starts to walk back and then reaches back down and grabs it again.
Just trying to get some feeling back in that foot. Try to figure out how much of it is pain and stinging and everything else that goes along with it. Now he's going to take that guard off and kind of reposition it a little bit.
We'll try and tighten it a little bit. Still a noticeable limp as he walks back towards the batter's box.
Pedro, of course, who missed a significant amount of time after a hamstring injury. Finally got his way back and healthy again after spending some time in rehab down in Clearwater. And now back in the mix of things, playing some third base and now today's shortstop in this series. Back in the box, 0-1. Big swing, no contact, and it's 0-2. Martinez with just one hit in this series, but it was a home run, 1 for 14. Solo home run a couple nights ago. Phils have had a lot of solo home runs in this series, including their lone run today from Jalen Ortiz. That one's low. Cannon had a couple of home runs the other night. Those were both solo home runs. Ethan Wilson, along with Pedro Martinez, both hit solo home runs. One ball and 2 strikes now to Pedro Martinez. This one ripped into right field, falling fast. Augustin Ruiz will not get there, and it gets by him and goes back to the backstop. Martinez around first and will lock it down at second base with a double.
And it will go down as a straight-up double for Ortiz. Ruiz in right kind of had to go by him, and I mean, if there's any way to see how that foot's feeling now, I think he just ran that one out and was full speed pretty much the whole time. Ruiz did a good job, though, after it got by him and he got tripped up to get it in quickly, thus holding Martinez to a double.
I was just about to say before that pitch that the outfield was playing Pedro Martinez pretty deep, and Ruiz, ultimately because of that, had no shot to get to that ball. And Martinez now at second base with 1 out, with his second double of the season, and the top of the order, and Madison Stokes will bat. And Madison swung at the first pitch the first time up, and off the bat thought it might have a shot of getting out of here, but the wind may have held it up a little bit on the warning track in left field. This time he takes the first pitch he sees from Chassin for a ball. Big swing, no contact, and that one got the catcher. Matt O'Neill took that one. And so now again, Austin Snow will hand deliver the baseball to Chassin and allow Matt O'Neill to get some feeling back as well.
Yeah, a couple guys getting beat up between Martinez and then Matt O'Neill. Austin Snow, takes a couple extra seconds, wipes off home plate with his foot. Give O'Neill a couple more seconds. It looks like we're good to go.
Pedro Martinez, the runner at second with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. That one's way up high, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike to Madison Stokes. Madison looking for his first hit in this series, but he has been getting on base. A couple of walks in this series, 3 to be exact. He was also hit by a pitch last night. Ended up coming out of last night's game after getting hit in the helmet. 2-1 pitch. Down the third base line, Peroza up with it. He'll take a look back to second and make the throw in time to first. Stokes is retired. Martinez stays put at second base. Binghamton has played pretty solid defense in this series, including Peroza at third base, doing the right things and looking to run her back. And so now Carlos De La Cruz bats with Martinez still at second, and now 2 down in the third. Carlos grounded out to third his first time up. First pitch swinging, comes up empty.
Yeah, he goes fastball on the outside part of the plate, very much on the edge to De La Cruz. We'll see if that's where they try and pitch him, maybe mix in a couple of breaking pitches, but if he makes a mistake, you know, De La Cruz can capitalize.
Seen Bluff's Martinez back. Carlos among the Eastern League leaders in batting and in home runs, and just shy of being among the top 10 in the RBI column as well, with 49 as he stands in. That one's up and in. Count even at 1-1. 290 batting average when this game began. 18 home runs to go along with those 49 RBIs for De La Cruz. 20 doubles. 9 hits in this series. This one lifted foul and out of play. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to De La Cruz. Three spot for Binghamton in the first, a solo spot for the Fightins in the second.
That last one, Carlos probably going to want it back. 94 right down the heart of the plate. So you can get another one of those from Chacin.
1-2 pitch. Fouls it away again. That's the off-speed pitch. So count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to Carlos De La Cruz. Ripped foul down the third base line. Hit it a ton, but hooked it foul.
That one was way inside. He somehow got around on it, and he smoked it. 106 off the bat. Won an estimated 346, so that was fair. It's out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
So he's gotten some pitches ahead, and he's hit some hard.
So the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes to De La Cruz. Way up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gotta throw a pitch pretty high to get it over Carlos De La Cruz's head, and Chacin just did. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Drives this one into right field. Ruiz coming hard and makes the sliding catch. Agustin Ruiz with a long run, but he makes the catch in shallow right field, and the Phils are turned away in the third. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on base. We head to the fourth. It remains 3-1 Binghamton on top.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spent time in Baseball Town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
On a gorgeous afternoon here in Berks County, it's dogs on the field, dogs in the stands. Everywhere you look, there's dogs of some kind here at FirstEnergy Stadium. 3-1 Binghamton on top of the Reading Fightin' Phils. On the top half of the fourth inning, it's time for my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, take over play-by-play.
Thank you very much, Bob. 3-1, Binghamton leads over the Reading Hot Dogs today. Top half of the fourth, Agustin Ruiz, the first batter. And the first pitch from Zach Hockey is over for a called strike on the outside corner. No balls and a strike to Ruiz, who's 0 for 1 so far tonight. Popped up to the shortstop, Pedro Martinez, his first time up. 0-1. That's outside for a ball, 1-1. Off speed at 86 from Zach Hockey, who's out for his 4th inning of work. He's thrown 17 pitches in each of his first 3 innings. Up to 53 now. Next pitch over, and it is just outside for a ball, 2 balls and a strike to Augustin Ruiz. Ruiz, who digs in from the left side, infield plays him pretty much straight up and back. Here's the 2-1. That's upstairs with a fastball. It's 3-1. Last pitch 93 for Hockey. He'll say 93 to 95 with the fastball. Then is mostly featured an off-speed offering between 86 and 88. 3 balls and a strike. The pitch. Broken back, ground ball out towards second. Oliver Dunn will charge. Ruiz not really running out of the box, so it's an easy pitch and catch. And that's out number 1.
There are broken bats, and then there's that one.
That was almost a second base, too.
Yeah, there's a big piece of the bat went past Hockey and in between first base and the pitcher's mound. And Ruiz had the rest of it in his hands standing in the batter's box.
So there's Joe Swazi to the plate, 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out looking his first time up. Swazi was 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts in last night's win for Binghamton. So it's been a quieter bat in the Binghamton lineup. We'll dig in from the right side. Await the first pitch home from Zach Hockey. Here it is. Swung on and fouled. At a play to the right side, it's 0-1. Joe Swazi, who did homer earlier on in this series a couple of nights ago, was his first hit since being reinstated off the development list, 0-1. And that's inside for a ball, 1-1. Start of the year with High A Brooklyn. Hit 283 before being promoted to Double A Binghamton, where he's off to a red-hot start over his first 10 games. Next pitch is outside for a ball. It's 3-1. We'll see how long the leash is on Hockey tonight. Threw 69 pitches over 5 innings last weekend at Altoona. Bullpen's quiet now. The 3-1, swing and a miss, 3-2. Breaking pitch right at the knees that Swazi swings on over. Swazi, who joined the Mets organization as a minor league free agent prior to 2020. Time's called. Given to him by home plate umpire tonight, Austin Snow. This, of course, game 6 of a 6-game set between Reading and Binghamton. Next pitch home is punched into right field. It's fair down the right field line, rolls towards the corner. Swazi motoring towards second. Wilson has trouble with it in right. Swazi thinks about going to third, puts the brakes on late, and he'll hold up at second as the throw goes to third. So it's a one-out double for Joe Swazi, just his third 2-bagger of the year. And it's a man on second for Matt O'Neill.
Yeah, he just fisted that one. It was a pretty good pitch from Hockey, and Swazi just strong enough to fend it off and get it down the first base line. And he knew if that did get inside the line, it was going to be trouble. And it was a long run for Ethan Wilson in right field until he got all the way down there to get it in the corner in the bullpen. Looked like Swazi could get 3 on it, but that quickly the stop sign from Reed Brignac had him put on the brakes going hard around second.
First pitch to O'Neill. That's the inside corner. Off speed, it's 0-1. And O'Neill, who's 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout, gets the duties behind the plate tonight for Binghamton. Waits the 0-1. Tight for a ball, it's 1-1. O'Neill didn't play last night. Just a 185 hitter across the season, 5 home runs, 16 RBI. Ball and a strike. Hockey peers back at second. Big lead for Swazi, the pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Nice off speed from Hockey, and he has O'Neill down in the count.
Yeah, he has made O'Neill kind of take a little bit of a lap as he does right now, a couple of different occasions at both at bats, and then O'Neill the last time up walked away questioning the ultimate third strike call. So right now Matt O'Neill is pretty much inside of his own head, depending where Hockey goes with his next pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out in the pitch. That's in tight, 2-2. Top half of the 4th inning of the man on second. Reading a 3-0 deficit to Binghamton, looking to salvage the 6th game of this series. Ponies a 4-1 edge this week, a 9-2 edge across the season series so far. 2-2. That's upstairs for a ball. Count goes full.
There's a kind of a tipping spot in this inning now for Hockey as his pitch total's at 64. He needs to get out of this inning with no further damage and a limit of pitches to make sure he's at least going to get a shot to get himself at least through 5 innings pitched.
Full count here. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Matt O'Neill's down on strikes, swinging for the 2nd time tonight. 5th strikeout for Zach Hockey. And he'll try to work around that Swazi double here. 2 outs for Jalen Palmer.
So now you got the 8-hole hitter out in O'Neill and the 9-hole hitter coming up in Palmer, who you also struck out the first time. So that's why I said I thought that was a very much of a tipping point for Hockey at that point in time in that 3-2 count. You lose O'Neill and it really changes the dynamic of the inning.
First pitch to Palmer's upstairs for a ball. It's a ball and no strikes to Jalen Palmer. Also 0 for 1 tonight. He also struck out swinging back in the 2nd. As he awaits the 1-0 offering here from Zach Hockey. Swung on, fouled straight back, 1-1.
That one got Max McDowell. Austin Snow immediately put the hands on the shoulders to Max McDowell and said, "Are you okay?" We've seen that a couple times on both sides now. Both O'Neill and McDowell, the 2 catchers, have taken a couple of shots in this game.
McDowell, very tough guy out there. Stays in it. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Swazi leads off second. The pitch. That's at the knees for a called strike. It's 1-2. Really good spot from Zach Hockey. And he's a pitch away from getting out of this inning. Hockey peers home. Rests his glove on his left hip. Swazi, the righty, awaits. Off second, and Palmer, the batter, awaits the pitch. Down the chute, that's a called strike 3. 6th strikeout tonight for Zach Hockey, and that'll retire the side in the 4th. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left for Binghamton. We're through 3.5. Ponies up 3-1 here on the Phillies Radio Network.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Pizza Como USA, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet, photos, and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phils mascot band. Regular season tickets start at $33 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL. Bottom half of the 4th inning, Reading trails 3-1 to Binghamton. Jake Starr, Bob McCool, thank you so much for joining us tonight on the Phillies Radio Network. Oliver Dunn leads off, 3-4-5, 2 up for the Fightin' Phils in the frame. As Jose Chacin's back out, he'll deal the first pitch home, and Dunn will crank into the air towards left center. That's down for a base hit. McElwain, the center fielder, over to cut it off. Big turnaround first for Dunn, but he'll hold up there. 1 pitch and a single for Dunn. That's got to feel good for him. And it's leadoff base runner for Cam Cannon.
5th hit of the series for Oliver Dunn. He's had a couple of them just like that, just kind of slicing him into center field. And he hustles out of the box. He makes McElwain make a play on it. If McElwain doesn't hustle to get to the ball and doesn't come up firing, Dunn ran hard enough that he could have turned the corner and try to make that, turn that into 2.
So Cam Cannon digs in. First pitch to him is on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Cannon, who's 0 for 1 tonight, rounded out the shortstop in the second. Didn't play in last night's game. Gets to start at third for the first time this year. Next pitch home. Cannon swings and skies into the air behind home plate. It'll go out of play, foul. And the count's now 0 balls and 2 strikes to Cam Cannon. Cannon didn't stay on the bench the whole game last night. Had a chance to coach first for a good portion of last night's game, along with Baron Ratcliffe, before Ratcliffe eventually did enter the game in the back third of the contest. Here's the pitch. Cannon swings and skies into the air. Right side, foul territory. Schwartz gives chase, and it'll be out of play, foul. Land on the netting atop the Tompkins-Vist Plaza. Ray Ricker coached third last night for the Fightin' Phils. Rotation of players coached at first. Ricker was at third, but Ricker back at first tonight. Al Padrique's back in his spot in the third base coach's box. As Cannon awaits the next offering, or first Chassin will throw over towards first. Dunn's back into the dive at first. Dunn 10 for 14 in stolen bases this year for the Fightin' Phils. We'll see how they think about putting him in motion here. Chassin is set at the belt. Dunn takes his lead off. Here's the pitch. That's in tight to Cam Cannon. He takes it for a ball. It's 1-2.
Cannon was kind of leaning in, thinking on 0-2 he's going to get a curveball. And he got a fastball, and he got a fastball up and in, and almost leaned right into that pitch.
Ball and 2 strikes here to Cam Cannon. Chassin ready, fires home, swing and a miss. Cannon's down on strikes. Just a second strikeout tonight for Jose Chassin. First out of the inning, that'll bring Ethan Wilson to the plate. Reading trails 3-1 to Binghamton. Oliver Dunn gets his lead off first. One out in the bottom of the fourth. Wilson in from the left side. Chassin will first throw over towards first. Dunn back in standing up. Ethan is 0 for 1 today. Grounded out the second. Back in the second. Binghamton's infield set to turn 2. Here's the pitch. Just outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Wilson ranks the Phillies number 14 overall prospect, according to MLB Pipeline. Here's the 1-0. Down for a ball, 2-0. One of 9 of the top 30 prospects that are actively on this Reading roster. Of course, McAble number 2, McGarry number 4. Carlos De La Cruz comes in at number 9. Here's the pitch to Ethan Wilson, swinging a ground ball, softly hit towards short. Third baseman Perosa fields, throws to second, and it's in and out of the mitt of Jordan, the second baseman, but the umpire Ethan Gorsak's going to say it's on the exchange. So Dunn will stay at second.
That's going to get Al Padrique to get a conversation.
Yeah, I think Dunn's asking for them to at least talk it out. Padrique will now come out.
That wasn't even close to being in the exchange. It was the ball hit him in the glove, and it fell right out of his glove.
Man, looking at the replay now, that
wasn't even close to being. He didn't have the ball in his hand. The ball didn't even stick in his glove.
That wasn't even close, and no benefit of instant replay here. And it was definitely never secured in the glove.
No,
so
again, if it's on the exchange, then it has to be that the second baseman, in this case, Rowdy Jordan, is attempting to exchange between the glove and his bare hand to make the throw, and he didn't catch the ball to do that at all.
So it'll go down as a fielder's choice 5-4. So Ethan Wilson on first. Oliver Dunn is now off the base pass. What was a ground ball hit towards short. Perosa, the third baseman, got it and then shuffled a throw towards second that Jordan got in his glove long enough to record an out. Here's the pitch to Ortiz. That's swung on. Hit hard on the ground towards third. Perosa fields it, throws to first. That one is secure into the glove. I can tell you that one for sure. And the side is retired in the fourth. No runs on a hit, no errors. One left. We'll go to the fifth. Reading trails 3-1 on the Our Phillies Radio Network.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, 8-Piss Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the R-Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
Top half of the fifth inning, Binghamton a 3-1 lead as Zach Hockey does return for his fifth inning of work. And he's been really good through the last three after getting roughed up for 3 runs in the first. Hockey had 71 pitches, so probably going to be his last inning. There is a good bit of stretching going on in the R-Phils bullpen as Wyatt Young will lead off the top of the fifth and wait the first pitch. Ground ball towards the middle, done to his left. He fields it, throws the first. It's in time, and that's out number 1. Oliver Dunn thought to himself, that one was fully in my glove after he was caught out at second on what the umpire's last inning called on the exchange, but upon further review, at least from us, it looked like that ball was never securely in the glove of the second baseman, but obviously you can't control the uncontrollables. That's always
right, and I think it's worth mentioning, we mention this from time to time on our broadcast.
Roddy Jordan squares the bump, puts it down the third base line, and Cannon's going to let it roll, and it's not going to roll foul, so that's going to be an infield hit for Jordan. Maybe has a play if he fields it, but
yeah, he wasn't going to throw Roddy Jordan out.
Another one of those cases where you might as well just let it roll.
Yeah, he had no shot to throw him out. The only thing he could hope for was somehow a gust of wind would blow that ball foul. But what I was about to say is that obviously in minor league baseball, we do not have the benefit of the replay system like they do in the major league. So it's not like it's a situation where they can ask for a review.
JT Schwartz digs in from the left side. First pitch home. It's on the outside corner for a called strike. No balls and a strike. There is action in the R-Phils bullpen. It is Matt Seelinger, who's been strong as of late, up and throwing for the R-Phils. So, of course, the hope is Hockey gets through this inning. But if not, Seelinger looks to be next in line for the R-Phils. Next pitch is just outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Hockey, who's gone 5 in back-to-back starts, went 5 shutout each time. Tonight he's allowed 3 runs thus far. Next pitch home is on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 1-2. JT Schwartz, who's 1 for 2 tonight, flew out to center his last time up, doubled and scored a run in the first. And time will be called. Game 6 up 6. Final home game also for a little bit for the Fightin' Phils. After today, they embark on a 2-week road trip up to Hartford and then New Hampshire. 1-2. Outside for a ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Before returning home on Tuesday, August 15th to open up a 6-game homestand against the Somerset Patriots, the AA affiliate of the New York Yankees. 2-2. Down low for a ball, 3-2. Gets away from McDowell. Runner takes off. Throw to second. A one-hop Pedro Martinez and not be in time. And see what that goes down as. But Jordan up to second. See if that's a wild pitch or a pass ball. And it will be a wild pitch against Zach Hockey. So Rowdy Jordan now stands on second, 1 out in the top of the 5th. 3-1 our score as Binghamton has the lead. Looking to tack on more here in the frame. Three balls, 2 strikes. Schwartz awaits from the left side. Here's the pitch. And on the hands, pop straight up behind home plate. It will go out of play foul. And the count will stay full. JT Schwartz was placed on the injured list back on May the 12th. Missed in total 64 games. Didn't return to the lineup until 3 nights ago here in Reading. Had a great start in that game. 2 hits, 3 RBI, including a go-ahead 2-run single. Next pitch is a little cue shot fouled behind home plate. Count stays full again. Schwartz, who's 23 years old and was a 4th-round draft pick in 2021 out of UCLA down in Los Angeles. And it's 3 balls, 2 strikes here to JT Schwartz. Hockey's ready at the belt. The 6'7" righty will check back at the runner and deal to Schwartz. That's a poke shot towards the middle. That's a base hit. Around third will be Rowdy Jordan. The throw goes to the cutoff man, and it's an RBI single for JT Schwartz, and Binghamton leads it 4-1.
So JT Schwartz, as Jake said a moment ago, a limited exposure, if you will, in this series because of the hamstring injury. It's limited him to playing time over the course of this season. He has only played in 3 games, but he's done a lot of damage. 3 RBIs a couple of nights ago, 2 hits now in this game, and now a run scored and an RBI to go along with it.
And it looks like that's going to be the day for Zach Hockey as Max McDowell and Jalen Ortiz were at the mound. And now Al Padrique will come out of the dugout. And that'll signal an Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Matt Seelinger will enter. We'll have the numbers on him on the other side. Reading trails 4-1 in the 5th. You're on the Art Phillies Radio Network. For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, M-A-S-C-A-R-O, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Step into your future with the Alvernia University Golden Wolves. Brings in Matt Seelinger for the 3rd time this week, 21st time this year. 1-1, a 3.96 ERA, 25 strikeouts, 12 walks across 25 innings pitched. But Bobby's looked good this week. 2 shutout innings for Seelinger, and they'll look for him to get out of this inning here.
Yeah, he pitched in game 2 on Wednesday and then came back again on Thursday, pitched an inning in both games, gave up a couple hits, but also garnered 3 strikeouts in those 2 innings.
So the first batter he gets is Jose Peroza. The first pitch that he deals to him is cranked in the air out towards left. Roberts froze for a moment, then goes back, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Matt Seelinger. That'll bring Brandon McElwain to the plate. Also a very nice play by Cody Roberts, who's making his first start of the season in left field.
Yeah, he's played right field a couple of times, but gets a start today in left field. He wasn't in the original starting lineup. Aaron Radcliffe was, but Alpadrique made a switch for reasons we're not sure of prior to the game. A couple hours before the game, they made the switch. Roberts going into left and Radcliffe not in the lineup today, but he did make a very nice play. The ball hit right at him.
First pitch to McElwain, sent in the air straight up and foul. It's 0-1.
It's interesting that this portion of the lineup came aggressively after Zach Hockey in the first inning, and now Seelinger comes out of the bullpen, and this part of the lineup goes aggressively right after Seelinger and swinging at the first pitches they see.
No balls and a strike here to Brandon McElwain. Seelinger readies and fires. That's fouled straight back. It's 0-2. Binghamton tacked on another run in this fifth inning. It's 4-1 Ponies.
So I think right now, if you're Seelinger and Max McDowell, you got to look at it and go like, all right, these guys are up there seriously hacking, and you're at an 0-ball and 2-strike count on McElwain. It's time to make him chase one, see if he chases out of the zone.
Seelinger, the righty, will come ready at the letters, kick home, and that's down the chute. That's a called strike 3. Matt Seelinger comes in, gets the job done, retires the side here in the fifth. Binghamton a run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 1 left on base. But on the fifth up next, Binghamton at 4-1 on the Phillies Radio Network. For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, M-A-S-C-A-R-O, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt, and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Bottom half of the fifth inning, 4-1. Binghamton has the lead. Our Phil's offense with some work to do here against Jose Chacin, who's been effective tonight. Just 50 pitches through 4 innings for Jose Chacin. And it'll be bottom third of the Reading lineup due up, starting with Cody Roberts, who's 0 for 1 tonight. First pitch dealt to him is down low for a ball. It's 1-0. Roberts 0 for 1 tonight. Did hit one well out the center his first time up. Plays left field tonight in the right-handed bat. The 1-0. Roberts will take it on the inside corner, a ball and a strike. Roberts was 1 for 3, a walk and a strikeout in last night's game. So going to go bad as of late, hitting .313 across his last 5, and now we'll step out and call time.
Yeah, Cody wasn't very happy with that last pitch. He was voicing his displeasure with Austin Snow, and then realized he better call timeout.
Next pitch is swung on, chopped foul, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. That one drifts down the left field line. And here is the 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And Cody Roberts is down on strikes. 3rd strikeout tonight for Jose Chacin, and that'll bring Max McDowell to the plate for the Phils, who hit one well out the right his last time up. McDowell 0 for 1 overall, though. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
So Chacin's right now 2 outs away from giving the Rumble Ponies yet another quality start. They have gotten those consistently throughout this series.
First pitch in tight to McDowell, 1-0. And the Mets have shown a tendency this year to, when a guy pitches twice in a week, to not, push him as much as second outing. But Chacin, of course, was limited to just 1 inning back on Tuesday. Here's the 1-0, and that's on the outside corner. It's 1-1.
Yeah, because Tuesday's game started, we got an inning in, and then we had a rain delay, so they did not bring Chassin back for the second inning. And, of course, we only got through an inning and a half, and then ultimately the game was postponed.
1-1. Roberts takes inside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike to him. And the start prior to Tuesday, 11 days ago against Erie, earned a win. 5 2/3 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts for the righty, who's a native of the Venezuela. 2-1 is in tight. It's 3 balls and a strike to Max McDowell.
Then beginning in game 2, Dom Hamels was outstanding. He pitched 7 innings in game 2. Tyler Stewart, a quality start on Thursday's game 3. Luis Moreno, and then last night Christian Scott.
3-1, McDowell hits it in the air, shallow center. Back goes Young, the shortstop. Ins McAway in the center fielder, still racing in, and it bounces as he slid for it, and it's down for a base hit.
So the old-fashioned Texas leaguer for Max McDowell, and when you're struggling, you'll take him any way you can get him. It was in the air for a long time, but today especially, the Rumble Ponies outfielders are playing very deep, and so it was a long run for McAway, and he's kind of looking back at his middle infielders, Rowdy Jordan and Wyatt Young, saying, you guys are a lot closer than I was. I had no shot to get there. Max McDowell will take the base hit.
Yeah, they kind of gave way to McElwain too. Pedro Martinez squares the bunt. First pitch is very much in tight to him. It's 1-0.
Yeah, notice last time up when Martinez was up, now there was no one on base at the time, but Jose Peroza, the third baseman, playing him way off the line as a left-hand hitter, and thought, boy, he drops a bunt down at third baseline, he's going to easily beat that out.
1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. That one's in there for a called strike on the inner part of the plate. So the count goes to 1-1 to Pedro Martinez. He's 1 for 1 today. Hit a double, just his second of the season, last time up in the third. Next pitch, 2-1's fouled straight back, and that just missed the very top.
Almost got our crowd mic.
We both did. It hit, like, when it's right out here on the outside part of the booth, and it was very, very close to us.
Never a doubt. Our crowd mic, maybe not so. I think it actually forced our crowd mic to move a little bit with the impact off the wall.
Probably heard that pop on the air too, right as it hit next to it. Why don't we bring a glove? Like, it's almost August. We should have a glove up here, right?
Could. But we haven't had one in the booth yet.
But just saying for when we do.
Oh.
1 ball, 2 strikes here to Pedro Martinez with an out. McDowell gets his lead off first. Pitch to him is outside for a ball, 2-2 to Pedro Martinez, who feels like the bat's starting to come around over these last couple of games for Martinez. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Martinez skies it in the air. It'll slice down the left side, and it will land foul. 2-2. Martinez, who spent a long stint on the injured list, came off on July the 15th, so he's been back for about a couple of weeks now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, and Martinez swings and misses at a breaking pitch, and that is strike 3. 4 strikeout for Jose Chassin, and it'll flip things back to the top of the order for Madison Stokes, who's 0 for 2 for tonight. Madison Stokes will dig in from the right side. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. 4-1, Binghamton has the lead. Stokes, the righty, awaits the pitch from the righty Chassin, and the first pitch is a curveball that drops in for a called strike. It's 0-1. Fly out and a ground out tonight for Madison Stokes. Next pitch, Stokes cranks it in the air down the left field line. Ranging over goes Palmer, and it will land just foul.
He just
Another one.
Yeah, just a little bit out in front of it. Stokes hit it hard, but it was hooking foul all the way. But had it stayed in fair territory, it certainly would have led to a run. With 2 outs, Max McDowell was off on the swing.
Madison Stokes has not homered since June the 10th. did come against Binghamton, and he's put some good swings on baseballs today. We'll dig back in from the right side. 2 outs in the inning, and he's down 0-2 in the count. McDowell gets a lead off first, the pitch, and Stokes pounds one on the ground towards short. Backhanded by Young. He'll go the short way to second, and it's in time to retire the side here in the 5th. The runs for Reading, there was a hit. No errors, 1 left. Go to the 6th, 4-1 Binghamton on the Our Phillies Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Our Phil's fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phil's mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Top half of the 6th inning, 4-1 our score. Binghamton the lead over Reading here on this Sunday afternoon, turned evening from FirstEnergy Stadium, America's Classic Ballpark. Matt Seelinger is back out, and first batter he gets is Augustin Ruiz. 6-7-8-2 up for the Ponies. First pitch over for a called strike to Ruiz. It's 0-1. Ruiz 0 for 2 tonight. Last 4 batters of Binghamton's lineup today are just 1 for 8 with 5 strikeouts. Next pitch to Ruiz is popped straight up in the air. Left side of the infield, McDowell off of the mask. Cannon, the third baseman, streaks in, slides, and makes a very impressive catch. Nice catch by Cam Cannon for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting to watch it all unfold right in front of us. McDowell had the mask off, as Jake said, and started to move up the line. And infielders are supposed to call off catchers because it's an easier play for the infielder to catch the ball in a glove versus a catcher in the mitt. So Cam Cannon made the right call to call off Max McDowell, but I don't think it was as far out towards third as Cannon thought it was. He ended up having a slide almost into home plate to make the catch.
First pitch to Joe Swazi. Misses for a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Swazi.
Cam Cannon kind of slid right around where Charlie Brown stopped sliding when he's sliding it home, about 10 feet short of the plate. His mark is still there on the chalk line.
Next pitch, Swazi swings and misses. It is ball and a strike to him. Joe Swazi is 1 for 2 today. The lone hit amongst the final 4 batters in Binghamton's lineup. Had a double his last time out, also struck out in the first. Next pitch to him, swung on and skied in the air, foul, out of play left side. It's ball and 2 strikes. Swazi, the right-handed batter, awaits against Matt Seelinger. Seelinger in for his first full inning of relief. Here's the 1-2, swung on, hit in the air, foul territory. On the right side, Jalen Ortiz, the first baseman, over towards the fence, but it'll land foul.
It looks like the wind just shifted a little bit. It was blowing out to right field. Right now the flag looks like it's actually blowing in a little bit. And it's kind of done some damage with those pop-ups. And one reason why Cam Cannon thought he had it and ended up having to run another 4 or 5 feet to go get it. Jalen Ortiz thinking he was going to be able to catch that foul ball before it got to the seats, and before he knew it, it was out of room.
Yeah, wind's blowing in from left center. Kind of left to right across the field, which is the way we've seen it so far. Seelinger will ask for a new baseball.
Cost Madison Stokes a home run back in the first inning when he got one caught up in that breeze.
Ball and 2 strikes here to Joe Swazi, the next offering home, and it's a curveball that drops in at the top of the zone. And that's a called strike 3. Second strikeout for Matt Seelinger, and second out of the inning for Matt O'Neill. So 4 straight retired for Matt Seelinger since entering for Zach Hockey in the top half of the last frame. Matt O'Neill's 0 for 2, a pair of strikeouts. First pitch home, Seelinger misses up, it's 1-0. Close the line a while on Zach Hockey, 4 1/3 innings pitch. 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Walk and 6 strikeouts. Of course, if you remove that first inning, it's 3 1/3, 4 hits, 1 earned run, a walk and 5 strikeouts. So really take out that first inning, and it wasn't a bad day for Hockey. Swing and a miss by O'Neill. It's 1-1.
Yeah, but the damage was done, obviously, and the other aspect of it is kind of the psychological piece. It's plenty of time for the Phils to come back, but they have struggled to score runs throughout this series.
Here's the pitch. That's a fastball down the chute. It's 1-2 to Matt O'Neill. Of course, Reading trails by 3. It's 4-1 in the top of the 6th, so the offense still has some work to do. They want to fight back in this game. Pitching certainly keeping them in it. Seelinger ready at the letters, fires home. It's upstairs for a ball. It's 2-2. O'Neill's already struck out twice today. Seelinger a strike away from making that a third and getting out of this top of the 6th. The righty's ready at the letters. The pitch home is a breaking pitch in the top of the zone. That's a called strike 3, and that will retire the side. Third strikeout for Seelinger. Binghamton down in order on the 6th. We'll go to the bottom of the frame. 4-1 Ponies here on the Phillies Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin' Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin' Phils game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Phils game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Bottom half of the 6th inning, 4-1 our score. Binghamton the lead over Reading on this Sunday evening from FirstEnergy Stadium. Jake Starr, Bob McCool. Thanks for joining us tonight on the Phillies Radio Network. Jose Chacin, who's been excellent tonight, steps back out for inning number 6 of work. First batter he gets is Carlos De La Cruz. First pitch to De La Cruz. He'll take a breaking pitch down the chute for a called strike. It's 0-1. Carlos is 0 for 2 tonight. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2 on a curveball. De La Cruz, 108 hits this year. The first and only member of the Eastern League to pass the century mark in base hits. 0-2. De La Cruz swings and misses. He's down on strikes, so 3 pitches and a strikeout for Jose Chacin, and that'll bring Oliver Dunn up with an out.
Nothing deceptive about that. Just here's a curveball, miss it. Here's another curveball, miss that, and make it 3 in a row. And Carlos just kind of walking back to the dugout, shaking his head.
So here's Oliver Dunn, digs in from the left side. And Chassin will deal the first pitch home. Dunn swings and fouls it back 0-1. So I'm sure if you saw on social media, but there was actually a fan here on Friday night, little kid whose name was Oliver Dunn. The exact same name as, of course, the Fightin' Phil's current batter, Oliver Dunn. The 0-1 is in tight for a ball that's 1-1. So the fan was here, brought a sign, was holding it up all game. You know, Oliver Dunn, meet Oliver Dunn. And then post-game, when Oliver returned back to the clubhouse, somebody alerted him, hey, there's a fan out there. His name's Oliver Dunn. Oliver's like, oh, that's cool. So he went out. 2 of them took a picture. And just a super cool interaction between the two. Dunn swings and misses 1-2. So if you look on our social media channels, Twitter and Facebook, you'll see a picture of Oliver Dunn with Oliver Dunn. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and an out to Oliver Dunn. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back. And I asked him today, I said, have you ever met anybody or heard of anybody with the same name as you? And he goes, that was the first time. And he's like, Oliver alone isn't a very common name, and especially Oliver Dunn. He's like, I'm sure if I looked it up, I could find other Oliver Dunns, but I've never come across another one, let alone many Olivers in my life. Here's the 1-2 to Dunn. Swings and grounds it back 1-2. So, small world.
That's cool. Cool story. And good for that kid. That's a great thing.
Now, I just want to know, like, if it's a local person or if it's someone from somewhere else in the country that just found out there was an Oliver Dunn and flew out here to go to a game. 1-2. Dunn swings and misses. He's down on strikes. 6 strikeout tonight for Chassin, second out of the inning. That'll bring Cam Cannon to the plate here in the bottom of the 6th.
5 strikeouts for Chassin, but he's got 4 of those 5 now in the last 2 innings. Bullpen is stone cold quiet right now for Binghamton.
78 pitches for Chassin so far tonight. First pitch to Cam Cannon is a fastball in tight. It's 1-0.
Andrew Baker up and warming up in the Phil's bullpen, so he'll get the 7th.
To Cannon. Swings, cranks into the air, deep towards left field. Palmer's back at the track, at the wall, and the hot week for Cam Cannon continues. A solo home run, his 5th of the year, his 4th this week, and the Fightin' Phil's cut the deficit in half. It's 4-2.
Well, the wind may have been blown in a little bit, but not blown in enough to stop Cam Cannon. He crushed that pitch again. And yet again, a solo home run for the Phils. Unfortunately for Reading, they can't get anybody on before these big blasts, and they cannot put up any crooked numbers, but they chip away. They get now back to within 2.
Here's Ethan Wilson. First pitch to him misses outside for a ball. It's 1-0 to Wilson. And like we always say, a lot of baseball still left to play. Next pitch, Wilson hits it in the air down the right field line. It is going to one-hop and roll to the wall. Wilson motoring into second. Colby there standing up, and it's a 2-out double for Ethan Wilson. The Fightins are now fighting, and it's Jalen Ortiz, the batter.
Yeah, that had extra bases written all over it. The right fielder, Augustin Ruiz, playing the left-hand hitting Ethan Wilson pretty much over fairly far towards right center field. And although that ball was hit down the line, it was not that close to the line, but Ruiz was nowhere near it. That was extra bases off the bat, especially with the wheels of Ethan Wilson. So here you go again. Here's a chance to try to put up a crooked number in this inning if Jalen Ortiz can come through.
So Jalen Ortiz digs back in. He's already got a home run so far tonight, so probably feeling good about the swing after the last one. We talked about how he's, worked so hard on that swing as of late. So we'll see if we can get some more results to pay off dividends here. First pitch to Ortiz. He swings and fouls it back at 0-1. Ortiz tonight is 1 for 2. He ran into a fielder's choice his last time up. Also has the home run. That one, the line drive towards left center. It's down for a base hit. Wilson around third. He's in to score. RBI single for Jalen Ortiz, and his red-hot day continues.
And that's what you're looking for Jalen Ortiz. Jake mentioned this before. We saw on Thursday Tyler Henson, the hitting coach for Reading, and Jalen Ortiz out here just doing a one-on-one. And a lot of soft tossing from Tyler Henson, but working on that back elbow for Ortiz to keep that back elbow up, stop from dipping and trying to overswing with a baseball with the simple thought process of you have enough power to generate it. You don't have to swing that hard to drive the ball out of the ballpark. And Ortiz clearly learned the lesson pretty easily, because I wasn't counting, but probably at least 6 out of 10, maybe 7 out of every 10 swings that Jalen Ortiz hit in that series, and it was a lot of pitches. They were home runs. Again, in batting practice for sure, but the lesson to Ortiz was that line drives can get you hits and RBIs and a pitching change.
And Chassin is out, new arm is in. We'll have him for you after this on the Phillies Radio Network.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider.
Bottom of the 6th, Junior Santos, the new pitcher for the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. We'll enter a situation with Binghamton still up 4-3, but running 2 runs in the inning. Ortiz on first, and Cody Roberts the batter. Now for the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Santos pitched in that rain abbreviated game following Chassin on Tuesday. Only ended up pitching to 1 batter, and then the second rain delay happened. And of course the game was postponed to the following day, so Santos did pitch, but only a third of an inning.
Here's the pitch to Cody Roberts. That's a ground ball out towards second. Fielded by Jordan, takes to the bag himself, and that will end the inning. But Reading shows some fight in the inning. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, 1 left. We go to the 7th, 4-3. Binghamton leads here on the Phillies Radio Network.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Fightins.com to sign up for this free email newsletter. Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a member today.
Top of the 7th, we got ourselves an interesting ball game now. Binghamton 4, Reading 3, and Bob McCool will guide you through the rest of it.
We'll do our best. Step into your future with Alberta University Golden Wolves. The call, the bullpen will bring Andrew Baker now into pitch for the Phils. He becomes the third pitcher of the night for the Phils. Zach Hockey got the start, went 4 1/3. An outstanding effort from Matt Seelinger. Faced 4 batters, retired all 4. And the Phils now within a run as we start the 7th inning. 4-3 is our score, and Andrew Baker facing Jalen Palmer, who has struck out in both of his plate appearances to this point in time in the ball game. And the first pitch from Baker is a bit low and away, ball 1. And way up high, ball 2 from Baker, who's making his 26th appearance of the season. 0-4 with a 6.84 earned run average, 25 strikeouts, 25 innings, 35 strikeouts, and 21 walks. He's also given up 4 home runs as he comes with a 2-0 pitch, and it's a curveball and a good one. Palmer not expecting the 2-0 breaking ball and gets it for a strike. Fastball for Baker, plenty of heat. 97, 98, 99, and often 100 here on the radar gun with a curveball to go with it. And comes back with a curveball and a good one, and it's 2-2. Control is part of the equation for Baker. Phil's actually put him on the development list for a while, sent him to Clearwater just to kind of do a little clearing of the head, work on his mechanics a little bit, and has returned here. And there's a swing and a miss. 3 straight breaking balls for 3 straight strikes, and Jalen Palmer is a strikeout victim as Baker comes back to get out number 1 here in the 7th. And I'll bring up the top of the order and Wyatt Young. Young 1 for 3 in the ballgame with a single back in the 2nd inning. 4 runs on 8 hits for Binghamton, 3 runs on 7 for the Fightins. And first pitch, Wyatt Young slices one down the third base line and ultimately bounces into the bullpen for the Rumble Ponies. Both bullpens are quiet right now. Junior Santos came in to get the last out of the 6th, so it would appear he'll stay out there for the 7th for Binghamton. Andrew Baker facing his second batter here in the top half of the 7th. 0-1 pitch. Fastball way up high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 99 on the radar gun that time from Baker. Working from the stretch. Back with his 1-1 pitch. Comes again with a breaking ball, and that one misses outside. Now it's 2-1. Been a frustrating season for Andrew. Came in as one of the more highly regarded prospects in the Phillies organization, number 17 prospect overall, but just hasn't really found a groove all season long. And there's a good curveball, and now he's got the count back at 2-2. No question of the makeup of his stuff with that hard fastball and good breaking ball. Back now with a 2 balls and 2 strike count. This one hit down the first base side. Nice backhanded stop by Ortiz, and the flip to Baker leads him nicely. Andrew Baker beats Wyatt Young to the bag for out number 2. So it goes 3-1 in the books as Jalen Ortiz makes the backhanded stop and then flips it to Andrew Baker. He led him a while, but Baker got there and got the tag down. Jalen Ortiz came back here to Reading to work on playing first base and learn to play first base. And quite honestly, he's done better defensively than what he's done offensively, although he's had a couple of hits and a couple RBIs tonight. But he's made all the plays for the most part at first base, and that's one of the tougher ones to learn, which is when to know when to make the run to first or make the toss to the pitcher. And that one executed perfectly. As Rowdy Jordan steps in, he's been a thorn in the side of the Phils today. Solo home run in the first, walked into third, and singled and scored a run in the 5th. So 2 for 2, 2 runs scored and an RBI for Rowdy Jordan. 1 ball and 1 strike now from Baker. Breaking ball and a beauty, and Jordan swings through it, and he's quickly behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now Jordan will call time and reevaluate some things in the batter's box. Baker strike away from doing what he's supposed to do right now. Keep Binghamton at bay and hope the Phil's bats can continue to rise to the challenge. 1-2 pitch. Way inside, backs him off the plate. 99 on the radar gun. And now it's 2-2. Defense plays the switch hitting Jordan, who's batting left-handed, of course, against the right-handed pitching Baker. Very much the other way in the outfield. Now Max McDowell's going to call a timeout and go talk to Baker.
Quick conversation. I think probably just a mix-up, or may have just been a what do you want to throw here kind of conversation.
Very much so. I mean, he's had a lot of success with the curveball so far in this inning. And it might just be which one you feel more comfortable with. You got a dangerous hitter in JT Schwartz in the on-deck circle. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Rowdy Jordan. Breaking ball and a beauty, and he struck him out. Andrew Baker ends up with a 1-2-3 inning. 7th inning stretch time in Baseball Town when we come back on the Reading Fightin' Phil's Radio Network. And they trail Binghamton 4-3.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksorus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
There's a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience filled with family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 21st through the 24th for the induction of Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland as the class of 2023. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Bottom half of the 7th inning presented to you by Swartz Culleton PC. Have you or a loved one been injured? Get justice. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. As the Fightins come to the plate here in the bottom of the 7th inning, trailing 4-3 and facing Junior Santos. And Max McDowell, first pitch swinging, lines one into right field for a base hit, and the Fightins have the tying run on board.
He wasted no time. Fastball right down the middle, and deposit sits in the right. McDowell, a guy who entering today was struggling, gets 2 hits. Could be a get-right game for him before the road trip, so it's got to feel good.
So that Texas leaguer the last time up, and again, struggling with the curveball, but as you said, first pitch fastball. Max McDowell saying, I'm not going to wait around for a breaking ball. I'll take that fastball, and lines into right field. Here comes Martinez showing bunt, pulls the bat back, takes it low for a ball. Ponies expecting the bunt. Jose Peroza, the third baseman, bearing down on Martinez as he squares around, and he stays on the grass on the third base side. McDowell takes his lead off of first. Again, Martinez shows bunt. Again, pulls the bat back, and again, takes it low. It's 2-0. Junior Santos, big dude. That's the guy you want to field the ball if you're going to bunt it. He's 6'7". Got to make him make the play. Two and out to Martinez. Does attempt the bunt there and kind of jabbed at it, bunted it foul. Top of the order in Madison Stokes in the on-deck circle for the Fightins. Down a run here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Santos, the number 17 prospect in the Mets organization prior to this season. One-two pitch, and again, Martinez pulls the bat back, and now the count's 3-1. So we'll see if that changes anything. It becomes very much of a hitter's count for Martinez. He takes a look down at Al Padrique, coaching in the third base box. See if the bunt's still on or not. Perosa's still up on the grass. Does show bunt, does get the bunt down the first base line, but foul. So that's the objective, to try to get it down the first base line, make the pitcher try and make that play, or Schwartz, who's covering first, who has to come a little bit further to come get it. So now the count is full. We'll see if it takes the bunt off.
Yeah, I mean, see if he squares here again, but 2 strikes, probably hard to believe so.
Perosa's still up on the grass, but not as much. And Martinez takes it inside, ball 4.
Well, it's a good at-bat all in all. Think they have Stokes bunt again? I say yes. Get second and third. Stokes 0 for 3 tonight.
Well, I mean,
he has hit some balls hard.
One thing we've seen from Al Padrique in this series is that he has kind of gone to that manufacturing of runs because this team has struggled to score runs.
Schwartz is playing way off the bat. He's in, but he's way off the bag. If you can push it down the line, you could even beat one out if you're Madison Stokes.
He does show bunt, and he gets a bunt down the third baseline. Perosa has it. He's only got 1 play. That's the first. Well executed, and again, small ball by the Fightins. Now has second and third and 1 out.
Goes down as a sacrifice bunt, 5-4. Perosa throws to Jordan, the second baseman. I mean, we talked about Madison Stokes. He's the definition of somebody who just plays the game the right way, does all the small things right, and 1 pitch laid a perfect bunt down.
Now the Phils with a chance to tie it up or take the lead. If their RBI leader on the season, Carlos De La Cruz, can come through, but conversation on the mound. There is a base open.
And there's no action in the bullpen currently.
Yeah, so it's not a stall tactic to get somebody loosened up for Junior Santos.
And there's no coach out there. This is all position players.
Yeah, well, I mean, they could sit. I mean, clearly from the dugout, they can just let them know what they want to do, and I think that's then the conversation that takes place with the infielders as to, okay, here's what we're going to do. Whether we're going to bring the infield up, try to cut down that tying run. We're going to put the batter on, set up a double play. What are we going to do? Looks like they're going to bring the infield up. And they pitch to De La Cruz, who swings and fouls the first pitch off.
They went fastball down the heart. I'm sure that wasn't the spot they wanted, but they challenged him. So it's not going to be a pitch around or throw a bunch of junk kind of at bat, it looks like. See if that changes now, up 0-1.
Phil's down a run, 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. 0-1 pitch. And again, he beats 1 foul. This one off the facing of the Rumble Pony dugout. And so De La Cruz gets himself in a no balls and 2-strike hole.
That one was off speed, very in tight to De La Cruz.
These are the spots that the Fightins have struggled in. Getting a run home in these spots. 0-2 pitch. Lifts one straight up in the infield. J.T. Schwartz, the first baseman, calls for it in foul territory, will make the catch, and that is out number 2.
Yeah, De La Cruz just way under an off-speed pitch there.
Again, it's just a situation where you at least have to get the ball in the outfield grass somehow. At least a sacrifice fly to tie the game up. Base hit obviously gets the lead, but now with 2 outs, Oliver Dunn will bat. Dunn 1 for 3 on the day. It's a big swing, no contact from Dunn.
Reading was 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position last night. Just 1 for 3 so far tonight. And our batter, Oliver Dunn, is a .273 hitter this year with runners in scoring position.
0-1 pitch. Back through the shortstop. Wyatt Young hasn't played perfectly, and that will do it for the Phils in the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 men left on base. 7 complete here in Baseball Town. Binghamton 4, Reading 3.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin' Phil's birthday. The Fightin' Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Top half of the 8th inning. And another Alvernia University Golden Wolves called to the bullpen for the Phils. Will bring in right-hander Christian Hernandez into the game for the Fightins. Carlos Francisco into the game for the Fightins. And he will face the heart of the order for Binghamton, JT Schwartz, Jose Peroza, and Brandon McElwain in a 4-3 ball game. Schwartz 2 for 3 on the night with a double and a single and a run scored. Left-hand hitter facing the right-handed Carlos Francisco. And first pitch misses just a bit outside for a ball. Francisco making his 10th appearance since his call-up from Jersey Shore. 2-1 with a 3.60 earned run average. In 10 innings, 9 strikeouts, 7 walks. 1-0 pitch is way outside. It's 2-0. Francisco did get his second win in the lone win for the Phils in this series in the extra inning affair on Wednesday night. Carlos Francisco got the win out of the bullpen. 2 balls and a strike. This one back through the box and into center field, and JT Schwartz has his 3rd hit of the night.
He's been swinging a red-hot, scorching bat since coming off the injured list earlier this week. And it's been the middle of the lineup, top of the lineup that's done most of the damage for Binghamton tonight. This is the case now. You got to navigate through this middle part because the bottom 4 hitters tonight are a combined 1 for 12 with 8 strikeouts. So it's got to get through this part here.
Jose Peroza with an RBI double his first time up. Also struck out and flew out in his 2 plate appearances. His 3 total plate appearances. First pitch swinging. Comes up empty against Francisco's breaking ball. Francisco, along with Tommy McCullum and Orion Kirkering, all part of the Phil's bullpen now, all began this season in Jersey Shore. So they went from being teammates with the Blue Claws to being teammates with the Fightins. As Francisco misses this pitch a bit outside, the count is 1-1 to the cleanup hitter, Jose Peroza. Schwartz takes his lead off of first. Pitch. Beats it foul on the third baseline. Reed Brignac will field it on a couple of hops and turn that into a souvenir. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Peroza goes down. 1 out here in the 8th.
And Francisco in after Andrew Baker gave you a really, really strong inning last inning. Probably one of the best innings he's pitched this year. So for a guy as good as Andrew Baker, it's got to feel good to see those kind of results.
Struck out 2 of the 3 batters he faced in a 1-2-3 inning. And that will bring up Brandon McElwain. McElwain with an RBI single back in that 3-run first inning for Binghamton. 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch from Francisco is over for a called strike. This Binghamton roster figures to look different over the course of the next couple of days. A 1 pitch from Francisco. Big swing at the breaking ball and comes up empty. Of course, the New York Mets making trade deadline news yesterday in the trade of Max Scherzer to the Texas Rangers. And in the process, the Mets get back shortstop, I think I'm saying this right, Luis Angel Acuna, which is Ronald Acuna of the Braves' younger brother, but he is the shortstop, and he is going, our understanding, is to report to Binghamton. 0-2 pitch, McElwain beats it foul and out of play. So there'll be some added interest, no doubt, in Binghamton Rumble Pony games for the next few weeks from Mets fans and want to see how they made out on that trade exchange, as he'll probably be the Ponies shortstop moving forward. No balls and 2 strikes to McElwain. Tries to get him again on the inside corner, but too far inside. Now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. JT Schwartz takes his lead off of first. Not a threat to steal. This one towards third. On a short hop is Cannon for 1. The relay from Dunn is in time. Round the horn, 5-4-3 double play. And that'll do it for the Ponies in the 8th. No runs, no 1 hits, no errors. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It remains a 1-run ball game in favor of Binghamton.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Baseball Town Charities is a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading. Youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game can offer. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities through the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charities also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit baseballtown.org.
We head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fightin's down by a run, and Cam Cannon will lead it off for the Fightins. And they will face a new pitcher, step into your future with Alvernia University Golden Wolves. The call of the bullpen will bring in right-hander Hunter Parsons from the Binghamton bullpen.
Parsons we saw in the resumption of the suspended game back on Wednesday, and probably going to try and get 6 outs out of him here.
First batter he faces is Cam Cannon. Parsons pitched 2 2/3 innings in that resumption of the game on Wednesday and gave up 1 run. A solo home run to Cam Cannon, who stands at the plate right now with a solo home run in today's game as well, 1 for 3. Phils have hit 7 home runs in this series, all of them solo home runs, 4 of them by Cam Cannon. Ethan Wilson, Pedro Martinez with home runs, and Jalen Ortiz with 1 today for the Phils, 7 home runs in the series. 1-1 to Cannon. This one into right field. Up in the air, Ruiz goes back to the track and makes the catch on the warning track for out number 1.
Man, thought for a moment there we're going to have our second Cam Cannon home run. Only would have made sense, right, of how hot he is right now, but man, baseball's a game of feet and inches, and there was it right there.
Centering up Ethan Wilson. Wilson with his 4th hit of this series with a double his last time up. Came around to score the Phils' 3rd run. 1 for 3 on the afternoon. First pitch up and in and almost hit him. Don't think it did. No, it did not. Parsons, 6'2", right-hander, 26 years of age. Drafted by the Mets in 2019 out of the University of Maryland. 1-0 pitch. Wilson fouls it straight back to make it count 1 ball and 1 strike. Spent a couple of weeks at AAA Syracuse, did Hunter Parsons. Made 9 appearances at AAA. 13 innings, 16 strikeouts, and 4 walks. 1-1 pitch, way low, and it's 2-1. Been quite a number of different players on this Binghamton roster who have been up and down from AAA to Syracuse and back to Binghamton. 2 balls and a strike now to facing Ethan Wilson. This one lifted straight up in the infield. Waiting for somebody to call. It'll be the first baseman, J.T. Schwartz, who calls everybody off and makes the catch for out number 2.
2 quick outs in the inning. Of course, Cannon came close with one. Here's another guy who's having himself a heck of a day, both offensively and defensively, and that's Jalen Ortiz. So we'll see if Jalen can maybe tie this game up with one swing. But, of course, the mindset has to be what it's been the last few at-bats, because he's the kind of guy that when the mindset's right and he's trying to hit line drives, that's when the home runs come.
Solo home run in the second, RBI single in the 6th. This one first pitch straight up the elevator shaft. Matt O'Neill, the catcher, up with a mask, but he'll run out of room. And so Ortiz still alive at the plate. So Jalen 1 for 3 or 2 for 3 on the night, with a couple of RBIs to go along with it. RBIs number 14 and 15 on the season. Bottom half of the 8th inning. Binghamton with a 3 spot in the first. Ortiz countered out with a solo home run in the second. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Hunter Parsons. Beats this one down to third base line. Perosa backs up on it, has plenty of time, and will make the throw in time for out number 3. The Phils go 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. We'll head to the 9th. Binghamton on top 4-3.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Our Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Our Phils fans, see an Our Phils road game, meet with an Our Phils player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Our Phils road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Our Phils in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Our Phils player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Our Phils fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $21. This selection includes barbecue chicken sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, cookies, and so much more. Drinks feature all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL. Order online at ourphils.com or visit the Customers Bank ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
To the 9th inning we go, and another Alvernia University Golden Wolves call. The bullpen will bring in the Fightins' lone lefty in that bullpen. Keelan Kilgore will step to the mound for the Fightins. Step into your future with Alvernia University Golden Wolves. Kilgore's job, try to keep the Ponies in a bay or at bay, whichever the way you want to look at it, with the Ponies coming to the plate. And it will be Augustin Ruiz, Joe Swazi, and Matt O'Neill.
How about keep the Ponies in the stable?
Or, there you go, that's fine. That's probably a little bit better than in the bay. So Kilgore making his second appearance in this series. Kilgore had not a whole lot of success in Game 3 of this series. Gave up a couple of runs and part of the Phils' 6-3 loss in Game 3. And the first pitch from Kilgore to the left-hand hitting Augustin Ruiz is a ball. Back with a 1-0 pitch, and Ruiz fouls it at the plate. Ruiz 0 for 3 on the night. One pitch coming from Keelan Kilgore. And another foul pitch from Ruiz, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jake had mentioned and thought that Hunter Parsons might be looking for a 6-out save, but there is activity in the Binghamton bullpen.
Looks like it's Wilkin Ramos who's up and throwing.
And swing and a miss as Ruiz comes up empty on the breaking ball from Kilgore. That's out number 1 here in the 9th.
And look, bullpen's been solid today for Reading too. Seelinger, Baker, and Francisco have all gone shutout inning pluses each. So good start from 3 of them, and Kilgore looking to finish a strong effort to keep the Our Phils in, and then hopefully they can winning in the ninth.
Joe Swazi is the batter.
That'll be a little interesting if
Yeah,
Parsons was batting.
It would be probably a first, I'm going to guess, on the season. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that.
At least the games we've done.
Swazi 1 for 3 tonight with a double, 2 strikeouts around it, and he fouls the second pitch from Kilgore out of play. So Keelan Kilgore coming in throwing strikes out of the Phil's bullpen. He's quickly ahead of Swazi, no balls and 2 strikes. Swazi to be followed by Matt O'Neill. And this one he misses just low. Swazi lays off. Jose Chacin started. Junior Santos went an inning in third, and then Parsons went the last inning. The 8th for Binghamton. As this one's lined into center field, Madison Stokes will not be able to get there as it falls in front of him, and Swazi has his second hit of the night. 10th hit of the ball game for the Rumble Ponies. As Swazi now is a 1-out base runner.
Yeah, it's, loop single in the shallow center. Then you can really do there. You make a good pitch and get weak contact, but just finds a hole in the defense.
So that will bring up Matt O'Neill, who's had a bit of a struggle tonight with a bat in his hand, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And he fouls the first pitch out of play. Swazi will take his lead off of first. Kilgore's 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And O'Neill again, 0 down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Number 9 hole hitter Jalen Palmer in the on-deck circle for Binghamton. A runner at first and 1 out in the top half of the 9th inning. 4-3, Ponies on top. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And so it goes from the hat trick to the golden sombrero for Matt O'Neill as he strikes out for the 4th time, and that'll bring Jalen Palmer to the plate.
We talked about bottom of the lineup has not been good today. Just 2 hits in 15 at-bats and 10 strikeouts amongst that as well. Just got through that top and taking care of business against the bottom guys.
So Palmer also wearing a hat as he comes to the plate, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. First pitch from Kilgore's way outside for a ball. Phils will have the bottom of their lineup due up in the bottom of the 9th. Cody Roberts, Max McDowell, and Pedro Martinez scheduled to bat for Al Pedrique in the bottom of the 9th. This one low and inside, and it's 1-0. It's 2-0. Of course, Al Pedrique has Matthew Kroon on the bench he could use as a pinch hitter. Baron Radcliffe scheduled to start today, but did not. He could potentially be a pinch hit option if the Phils want to go that way in the 9th.
And bottom 3 due up in that frame, so we'll see what the RFL skipper decides to do.
Pretty good lead now for Swazi at first. 2-0 the count to Palmer. And he fouls one straight back. To 1 pitch, Kilgore comes way up and inside. Palmer has to duck out of the way of it. It's 3 balls and a strike. Top of the order, and Wyatt Young in the on-deck circle for Binghamton. Swing and a miss. Fastball that Palmer swings through, and now the count is full. So Swazi will be off at first with a full count, 2 outs. Hit down the third baseline, knocked down by Cannon, but he will not have a play. Great play by Cam Cannon, but all he could do was knock it down. That'll be a base hit for Palmer.
Yeah, base hit, tough play there for Cam Cannon, sliding to his left. I mean, if he makes a play, it's an impressive play, but still a valiant effort. He's played a terrific game on both sides of the ball, offense and defense.
Wilkin Ramos is Jake said, was up and throwing pretty intently in the bullpen. So he's either
ready?
Warm and ready or not coming in because he's not throwing anymore. As Wyatt Young now bats. 2 on, 2 outs. Curveball and a good one from Kilgore to the left-hand hitting Wyatt Young for strike one. Here's a huge spot for Kilgore. Needing to try to keep this at a 1-run game with 2 men on base and 2 outs in the top of the ninth. 0-1 pitch coming to Wyatt Young. Another curveball and another swing and a miss.
Yeah, sticks with the off-speed, gets him out in front of it. Let's see if he goes back to it. Maybe they climb the ladder a bit more and try and challenge him on the fastball, maybe shoulder high.
Young 1 for 4 so far on the night. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He does get him to chase the curveball away, and that will do it for the Ponies in the ninth. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We head to the ninth. The Phils need a run to tie and 2 to take the W.
Unlike any other area in FirstEnergy Stadium, the Savage 61 Dugout Suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on the field. Located just a few feet from the diamond on the first base side with covered seating, abilities of motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around. Your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite start at $27 and include options to add food and drink packages. The ProMax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks. In a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view of the visiting bullpen, regular season tickets are $34 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at 30.
Denver University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen for the Rumble Ponies. It will be Wilkin Ramos, who was indeed loosening up and is indeed coming in to try to get the save for Binghamton. Ponies 4, Fightins 3 as we head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Wilkin Ramos, 22-year-old right-hander, called up from IA Brooklyn on July the 17th. 21 games in Brooklyn, he was 3-2 with a 2.97 earned run average. Struck out 43 batters in 39 to third innings, but he also walked 23. Cody Roberts will lead it off for the Fightins. Roberts 0 for 3 so far on the night. First pitch, over for a called strike 1. Roberts to be followed by Max McDowell and Pedro Martinez. Again, that's the scheduled hitters for the Phils here in the ninth. 0-1 pitch to Roberts is way outside. It's 1-1. Ramos, since being called up to Binghamton, this is his 3rd appearance. He has not surrendered a run. 3 innings, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. And this one again is outside. It's 2-1 now to Cody Roberts. And misses again. It's 3-1. Ramos also pitched in game 1 of the series, the suspended game. Pitched 2 innings, did walk 2, struck out a 1, did not give up a hit or a run. And that's over at the knees to Cody Roberts. And now the count is full. So Roberts now will call timeout. Four runs on 11 hits for Binghamton. 3 runs on 8 hits for the Fightins. Three-two pitch. Outside corner for a called strike 3. Cody Roberts started to take off down the first baseline, but Austin Snow rings him up for strike 3 and out number 1. So that'll bring up Max McDowell. McDowell flew out to the warning track in right field and had a couple of base hits since then. 2 for 3 on the night. First pitch, inside for a ball. Up and in for ball 2. But Max just trying to figure out a way to get on base. Get that tying run on. AJ Martinez is in the on-deck circle. 2-0 pitch. Oh, nope, at the knees. It's a called strike. It's 2-1. That's way outside. It's 3-1. So the veteran catcher, Max McDowell. 3-1. Swing and a miss. So you got it to a 3-2 count on Cody Roberts. Got Roberts to strike out. He's got it back to a 3-2 count now with Max McDowell. That's way outside. An easy take for McDowell, and they get the tying run on board. So Pedro Martinez will bat. We'll see what Al Badrique does here. Will they sacrifice, try to get McDowell into scoring position? They're going to use a pinch runner, it would appear, for McDowell. Casey Martin will come in to run for Max McDowell. So much better speed on the base pass, so that may nullify the bunt here. Then again, maybe not. Get him on second base and hope a base hit can bring him home. We'll see how the Phils play this. Binghamton not expecting a bunt from Martinez. Pedro 1 for 3 on the night with a double. Swings at it, ground ball to second. Rowdy Jordan flips to second for 1. The relay is in time, and that will do it. 4-6-3 on the double play, and that ends the ball game. And a very frustrating series for the Reading Fightin' Phils ends with another loss as they fall to Binghamton at home 4-3, and the Rumble Ponies take 5 out of 6 here at FirstEnergy Stadium. We will take a timeout, back with a post-game show and a wrap of today's game and the series when we come back on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
Sidle Auto Group Deck is a great spot for all fans of a summer picnic and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in home-run territory, behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are just $32 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorrento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Welcome back to the postgame show where the Reading Fightin' Phils fall at home to the Binghamton Rumble Ponies by a final score of 4-3. Again, ending a very frustrating week here for Reading. Began this series at a 500 record, and a chance to gain some ground in the Eastern League standings. Going up against a Rumble Pony team that was 6 games under 500 when this series began, but the tide was flipped in the Ponies' favor as they take 5 out of 6 in this series, including the season finale, 4-3. So they have won 4 in a row, and obviously the Fightins have lost 4 in a row, and now will head on the road for back-to-back series. The Phils will begin a series in Hartford on Tuesday, and then go on to play in New Hampshire the following week. Reading will not be back here to FirstEnergy Stadium until Tuesday, August the 15th. They'll take on the Somerset Patriots beginning that series on Wednesday the 16th. Adults receive an Andrew Painter Top Prospect bobblehead. On Saturday, adults receive 25th annual Our Phil's Harley Night game cap. And, of course, there will be fireworks throughout the weekend with Mega Blast fireworks, as always, on a Saturday night. Great seats remain for all our Phil's game from August 15th through Sunday the 20th. Our Phil's tickets are available at 610-370-BALL or order online at ourphils.com. Pizza Como USA, located at 4600 North 5th Street Highway in Temple, is your home for the best pizza, stromboli, cheesesteaks, and Italian dinners throughout all of Berks County and beyond. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Has never been so true as when it comes to eating at Pizza Como. Family owned and operated, they bring the best quality dishes to their customers year after year. In addition, the Yard at Pizza Como USA is now open with the best golf simulators in the area. For more information on Pizza Como USA and the Yard, stop in today. Pizza Como USA is a proud 2023 Fightin' Phil's team feed partner. PSECU brings our daily attendance totals here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Today, 6,370 in attendance watching the Fightin' Phil's and the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. PSECU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. So we go on now with our post-game show and a recap of the scoring. Zach Hockey got the start for the Fightin' Phil's. Jose Chassin got the start for the Rumble Ponies. And the Ponies went right after Zach Hockey in the first inning. After retiring the first batter he faced on an infield pop-up, Rowdy Jordan stepped to the plate, and on the first pitch that Rowdy Jordan saw from Zach Hockey, drove it into right field into the Pool Pavilion for a solo home run. Jordan's 11th home run of the season, his 44th RBI, put the Ponies on top early, 1-0. But Binghamton was not done in that first inning. The next batter up, J.T. Schwartz, doubled. That was followed by Jose Peroza, who also doubled, doubling on the third base line, bringing in J.T. Schwartz to make it 2-0. The 48th RBI of the season for Peroza, and then the next batter, Brandon McElwain, singled to center field, driving in Peroza and giving McElwain his 47th RBI of the season and giving Binghamton a 3-0 lead. Hockey did settle down after that, but facing a team, or pitching for a team in the Fightins who have been struggling to score runs throughout this series coming into today's game, Binghamton pitching had held Reading to just 11 runs total in the first 5 games of this series. Phil's finally changed that in the second. Jalen Ortiz hitting a towering home run to left field. His 3rd home run of the season, his 14th RBI of the season. And the Phils cut it to a 3-1 game. Zach Hockey got himself in a little bit more trouble in the 5th, which turned out to be his final inning. He started the 5th inning and with getting a ground out, but then it was Rowdy Jordan again getting things started. He got a single, moved to second on a wild pitch, and then came home on an RBI single from J.T. Schwartz to make it a 4-1 game. Matt Seelinger then came on in relief, and he got out of any further damage. Seelinger and the Phil's bullpen did a pretty good job from that point forward, but Binghamton now owned a 4-1 lead as the Phils came to bat in the 5th inning, came up scoreless, and then finally in the 6th inning, they did some more damage. But again, it started with two outs. Cam Cannon batting cleanup today, drives another one into the seats on the Seidel Auto Group deck. His 4th home run of this series. Another solo home run for the Phils. 7 home runs in the series for the Phils. All 7 of them were solo home runs, and 4 of them from Cam Cannon. So he now has 5 home runs on the season and 16 RBIs in total. The Phils cut it to a 4-2 game, And then Ethan Wilson was the next batter. He doubled down the right field line, and that was followed by a Jalen Ortiz single to center field to bring Ethan Wilson home. And the Phils cut it to a 4-3 game after 6 innings. But again, the bullpen was solid. Seelinger was terrific at the inning and 2/3 and struck out 3 of the 5 batters he retired. Andrew Baker came in the 7th inning and got 3 straight outs. Carlos Francisco pitched the 8th, ended up getting a double play to get out of any further damage. Turned out to be a 1-2-3 inning. And then Keelan Kilgore got into some trouble in the 9th, but he worked out of that, ended up striking out the side. And the Phils bullpen got the job done. Unfortunately for Reading, again, the offense just couldn't come up with the big hits when they needed it. After getting it to a 4-3 game, the Phils came to the plate in the 7th inning, and Max McDowell, the 8-hole hitter, led it off with a single. Pedro Martinez, the 9-hole hitter, then walked. So in a 1-run game, you got your 8 and 9 batters on board, and then the top of the order, Madison Stokes comes up, drops a great bunt down the first base line. As Al Padrica, just playing some fundamental small ball, gets the 2 runners into scoring position. So you've got the tying run at third, the go-ahead run at second in the 7th inning, and your 2-hole hitter and your 3-hole hitter coming up. Carlos De La Cruz, however, with an infield pop-up, and Oliver Dunn grounds out the short, and the Phils were denied in the 7th. They went 1-2-3 in the 8th. Max McDowell worked a 1-out walk in the 9th, but a 4-6-3 double play off the bat of Pedro Martinez brought the ball game to a conclusion. So Binghamton takes the win, and the Rumble Ponies now actually move past Reading in the Eastern League standings as they go to 12-14, and Reading falls now to 11-15 on the season. Jose Chacin, the starter for Binghamton, gets the win. He goes to 3-5. Zach Hockey takes the loss. His first decision in Reading is the loss. Wilkin Ramos, who pitched that 9th inning, gets the save, his first of the year. Time of the game, 2 hours and 27 minutes, played in front of 6,370 here in Baseball Town. So again, the Phils will be away for the next couple weeks. Our next game here at FirstEnergy Stadium and our next broadcast comes your way on Tuesday, August 15th. Just a reminder that there's a little bit of an odd scenario. The last time the Phils and the Somerset Patriots played one another in Somerset, the game was tied 4-4 and went to the bottom of the 9th, and the skies opened up. The game was postponed and then eventually canceled in that bottom of the 9th. So the Phils and their Patriots will make up that game on Tuesday, August 15th, beginning at 6 o'clock. Somerset will be at the plate in the bottom of the 9th, so they'll actually be the home team for the resumption of that game. So we'll pick up that game at 6 o'clock on Tuesday, August the 15th, with the Phils and the Patriots playing in a 4-4 tie in the 9th, and they'll play that game to its conclusion. And then the first game of the series, and the Phils will go back to being the home team for game 1 of the series. Will resume a little bit after that first game comes to an end. So you come out on Tuesday, August the 15th, come out a little early, and you'll see a little extra baseball, not at the end of the game, but before the game gets started. But a good series coming your way against the Yankees AA affiliate, the Somerset Patriots, the first time and only time they will be in town here in Baseball Town. So again, the final score in this one, it goes to Binghamton, and the series goes to the Rumble Ponies as well. An impressive performance this week by the starting pitching staff for Binghamton. They got the job done, and they held the bats for the Reading Fightin' Phils at bay over the course of the better part of this series, and they win 5 out of 6 as a result. Again, the final score, Binghamton 4, Reading 3. Ponies are 12-14 on the season. Reading falls to 11-15. For my colleague in the broadcast booth, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Thank you, as always, for listening to Reading Fightin' Phils baseball on the Reading Fightin' Phils radio network, and or watching us on MILB TV or on the Bally Live app. Whichever way you do it, we appreciate you checking us out and tuning us in. And again, we'll be back at it on Tuesday, August the 15th, right back here for the Phils and the Somerset Patriots. In the meantime, have yourselves a great week. As always, thank you for listening, and we look forward to seeing you right back here in Baseball Town on August the 15th for the Phils and the Patriots. Until then, thank you for listening, everyone. Have yourselves a great week.